Uh, Good evening. I don't know how many people will be joining with it. What is this game? Jay, you coy. You so-and-so. You rascal.
You gosh darn so and
You
so.
card. You old horse thief. Um, yeah. So, this is Trails in the Sky. I'm Aram, and I'm here just hanging out with my buddy Austin.
Hello. And today we're gonna go through this, and basically I wanted to get this set up because one, I like us streaming games and stuff on the channel. It's nice. It's something to do in between the less like heavy prep necessary things that are making games. And it's something that we could still do to hang out with you guys and do all of that. And also, I am never going to finish this game, and so and Aram has finished this game before.
Yes.
And I started on Cold Steel, and so like the mechanics are just so much easier to live with by that point that every time I've tried to play this, it's just been like, uh, uh,
Yeah.
it's such a slog.
To give some context, so this is the first, like, real game. I think there's, like, a secret game that no one played and doesn't exist before this. There's, like, one or two games that aren't even, like, canon anymore.
There's several.
Okay.
Many.
Yeah. But this is
like
the
half
first...
the series, but
Yeah.
this is the first
This
one
is the
that
first,
matters
like,
now.
actual game in this series. So this, you may have heard us refer to this series before at various points on streams, in surprise casts. Certainly, like anything where Jay has been involved for sure.
Yeah.
So this series, this is called, in English, we call it the Trails series. And you'll also hear us refer to it as the Kiseki series. In Japanese, the name for this overarching series is Eiyu Densetsu, which is the Legend of Heroes. And then each entry in the series is something no Kiseki. So these games were...
Trails in the somewhere.
Yeah, well, so Sora no Kiseki is the Japanese name for this game, and it's Miracle in the Sky. And then there are all the games in Japanese have names like that. There's Sora no Kiseki, Zero no Kiseki, Ao no Kiseki, Sen no Kiseki. And in English, they all got localized as Trails in or of something. So this game's Trails in the Sky. The more recent...
It's essentially the first one in the series.
Yep. This game came out in 2004 for the PlayStation Portable. It is, in my opinion, overall, this series has better storytelling in most respects and by a significant margin than most JRPGs. Its mechanics...
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Its mechanics are of varying quality. This game is... This feels like an old-ish game.
Yeah.
It feels like a game on a portable system from 2004 in many respects. But the...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The story of these games is one of the most endearing and heartfelt stories in any RPG I've ever played. Also, Zathamir says subscribed with Twitch Prime and has been subscribed for 19 months. Thank you, and keep telling your friends.
Thank you so much. Also, have you guys played all of them? I haven't played all of them. I've played all of the Cold Steels that have been released in the United States, and I've used the wiki to essentially spoil myself to be caught up enough to do that.
Aw, I'm actually a little sad if that means that you already know the plot of this game.
I have already forgotten it. And so, all I know is that you're basically going from town to town, and like each town is an arc, the way that it happens in JRPGs. Yeah, and like different things are going on.
Yep, Usable Minds subscribed at Tier 1 for 3 months in a row. Keep telling your friends.
Thank you so much.
I have not played all these games either. The backstory for our group and these games is basically that Jay discovered them. these games are extremely up Jay's alley
Oh,
in
yeah.
tone and style. So much so that I'm baffled he hadn't played them before he created Windrose, because of how good of a
How
match.
Jay they are.
Yeah, how good of a match in tone and style they are. Jay has at this point played all of them, even one that hasn't been released in English yet. J-Man has played, I think, all of them. Jello has
Yeah, J-Man's played all of them.
Jello has
Jello's
played Sky and the first 3 Cold Still games. Austin has played the first 3 Cold Still games, but not Sky. I've played Sky and the first 2 Cold Steel games and 1.5 games that were never localized in English. It's a bit of a mess. We all know most things in this series, but we're not all equally spoiled.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's all the explanation we need. We're going to jump in on normal difficulty.
Yeah. I love the potato sprites in this.
Yeah.
They're very Harvest Moon. Like the very first thing I was like, oh yeah, this reminds me of like the PlayStation era Harvest Moon games.
Yeah, it's also exactly the same style of character sprites as in Ogre Battle 64.
Yeah, that too.
With the giant eyes being the only facial feature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's our dad with his heinous mustache.
Everybody shits on Cassius, but everything that I've seen about Cassius has been like, oh yeah, no, this is my favorite character.
Oh man, ask Jello for his opinion about
Oh
Cassius.
yeah, no, I know, he hates Cassius Bright.
Oh, we might read the dialogue occasionally. We're not gonna make a regular habit of it because this is mostly just for me and Austin to hang out. But I won't like blow through the dialogue so fast that viewers can't read it.
Yeah. Estella's great. I adore her. She's lovely. And Cassius is definitely that motherfucker who gets you a dog for your birthday. He's like, look, I got you a present. It's a boy.
Quite a handsome boy, don't you think?
Yeah.
Why is my present a boy? Looks kind of dead, if you ask. I love Estelle.
Estelle is so good.
I love her personality and like the further specific decisions they made and like how they wanted to localize her dialogue and her word choice and stuff.
Oh.
She's just vibrant.
Like the localization team for these games in particular, the Trails in the Sky games, like if there were video game awards that meant something, they should get one of those because the localization in this is so good.
Is he an illegitimate child or something?
Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy?
Oh, Disarder gifted a bunch of tier 1 subs. Thank you, Disarder.
Oh, thank you so much. I think that helps us.
Racer business.
I don't actually know how Twitch works. I just assume that whenever I see stuff like that, oh, that's good. And despite that, I definitely appreciate it.
This is our soon-to-be adopted brother, a ragamuffin, a vagabond of the highest order.
A vagamuffin.
Vagamuffin? There's something about that I don't like.
Yeah, not...
You can see where some of these plucky-ass protagonists get their carefree attitude from.
Mm-hmm.
Always comes from their irresponsible parents. Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. I'm 7.
Don't you toy with me, Cassius Bright! Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? She just did like Paper Mario damage to him.
Who are you supposed to be?
She's my daughter.
Don't try and change this. Oh, fuck.
Bonk. Oh, shit, she got a double bounce.
Oh, God. Well, that was one kidney and then the other.
Shit. Estelle is just like, I don't give a fuck.
I'll fucking kill you, bitch. Yeah, no.
I won't hesitate.
I love Estelle. Mad Estelle is great.
Mm-hmm.
My name is... And the scene cuts
Boy.
away as if it's like a spoiler.
Yeah, why?
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, that's a weird choice. My name is Boy Bright.
Estelle Bright. My name is Joshua Dark.
Joshua Dark.
That's not even his personality, but it's funny to take the piss out of him like that.
That's definitely the first vibe I got from him. I was like, he's gonna be a Sasuke, isn't he? We're not gonna be talking any spoilers for this. We're just gonna talk about what we are seeing as we see it.
7,000 years later. Actually, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember how old they are.
It's like 10, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably less than that. I think they were like 9 or 10 in that little scene, and now.
So now it's like 7 years later.
Yeah, ish. I think Estelle's like 16 in this game, maybe 17.
Yeah, and that does matter because like these games don't do the typical JRPG thing of being like, oh, it's later in the series, 1,000 years later when nothing is irrelevant anymore. The sequels all take place, like even the most recent Cold Steel game takes place only just a few years after this.
Yeah. Usually the games within a series, like within a specific arc, like Sky or Cold Steel or whatever, typically are only separated
like 1
by
or
like
2
a couple
years.
months at tops.
Yeah, a few months, yeah.
And then often there will be a time skip of like a year or so in between mini-series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now we get the good music.
Yeah! All the music in this game is good.
Yep.
You'll notice the sprites are very, like, early 2000s anime, but they have a lot of personality.
Yeah. I definitely like the way that Estelle and Joshua look in fucking the sequel series to this looks very weird because like the art style is a little different, and I'm just like, you don't look quite right.
You'll have to be level 50 before you can start putting points in your harmonica skill.
You want to get good at the harmonica? Well, open up your status wheel that you wear on your wrist. Put your harmonica elements.
Rhythm Quartz.
Yeah. Otherwise, you won't be good at anything. Sport shoes.
Rebuttal. Yeah, Estelle really, really loves Stregas, which are the, like,
Nikes
of this universe.
Very good item in Cold Steel.
kind of nice. Like, you can immediately tell how much the relationship has formed between these three people in the intervening time, even though it was just a screen transition, by the fact that when he was fucking, like, 9, Joshua called this guy Cassius Bright.
Cassius Bright!
And now he's calling him Dad.
Says, hey, music's great, but now you are super quiet comparatively.
Ah, okie dokie. Let me see if I can rebalance a little. Actually, hang on. Just me or me and Austin?
Yeah, that's worth asking. Just Aaron.
Okay, give me just a second then. Let's see if I can rebalance that on... well, my mic's already at max, so I'm going to turn down desktop audio a bit.
Yeah,
and then,
that's pretty sensible.
hopefully Austin will still be at a good volume, but if not, I can turn Austin up. And if that fails, I can also turn the game volume down, but we'll rebalance a couple times until it sounds good.
Estelle is the main character. Joshua is not the main character.
Yep.
I mean, they're both the main characters.
Okay, but you definitely
Estelle is the one that you're playing as.
Estelle is the protagonist, for sure, of these games. Joshua is the deuteragonist.
Yep.
No, yeah, it's great. It's actually, like... I think of JRPG main protagonists as being relatively, like... having achieved relative gender parity these days, but actually not really. When I sit down and think about it, it's still mostly guys. So that's another thing I like about this game is it is actually Kaore Lance is true. It is more split in the first Sky game. But if you look at the Sky series as a whole, I think Estelle is inarguably the main protagonist.
Yeah. I think I haven't gotten far enough to see the Joshua parts. I've gotten maybe like it felt like 4 or 5 hours into this. It's probably not that much. Like, I feel like, I think I had just met, what's his face? I cannot remember his name. Prince of Arabonia guy.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean...
It wasn't terribly long into the game.
I think I know what part of the game you're talking about.
Yeah.
But there are aspects to that character that are spoilery, so we can leave it.
Oh, I forgot.
We can leave it unspoken.
Yeah, secret
for now.
when it happens. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that that's a secret.
All right. So we have our first task, which is basically just go buy, like, breakfast and a newspaper. So we can walk around. You can see what the graphical style of this game is. It's like...
You can flip the camera around on stuff,
Yeah,
too.
you actually can't do that in the Zero and Ow, which surprised me.
Oh.
I was like, that's weird. Didn't this used to be a thing you could do? And when I found I couldn't, I was like, well, maybe I just was... mixing this up with the more 3D later games in the series. No, you can do it in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder if maybe you couldn't do it in the original release and they, like, added it.
They added it after?
Possible.
Maybe. I wouldn't think so, because that seems like a big thing to add, because when you're designing towards a certain, like, angle, like, you take a lot of different things into account, because it's like a lot of games are built around trying to hide things in order to save memory and stuff like that. And so it would surprise me to hear that this originally did not have a rotating camera, only because of the amount of work that it would do that it would be to add angles to everything and the amount of memory that would use up.
Yep. So this is our hometown of Roland. And is there the button that brings up the map in the later games is, it's different in this game. All right, I'll have to unlearn what I have learned.
Retrain your brain.
Yeah. These are like the maps they give you. You can see that there are like places that actually matter that are highlighted, but there's a bunch of other buildings here, and you can go into almost all of them. You can also block the kids and ruin their game of tag. Hang on.
Now, remind me, I believe, like, every NPC is named, right?
Eat shit, kid.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. Oh, you want to get... Alright, you can use it a hut. Alright, I've had my fun. Yeah, no, there's...
Every single NPC is named.
Every single NPC is named. You'll get to see
and
this.
Like sometimes the NPCs pop up again in other series, which is kind of neat. And even if they're like a nothing NPC.
Yeah. So we're getting ready for our final exam to become members of the Bracer Guild.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing that is the reason why it's the localization team deserves $1 billion fucking dollars. Is that you can check every single treasure chest after you've already got it, and there's going to be a different message. Yes, so the Bracer Guild are like, they're basically people, it's kind of like mercenaries who do a job, like, it's kind of like it's like the Odd Job Guild. Like, you go and you'll do things that people post if someone's having trouble with something. You'll go and you'll go to the Bracer Guild, you'll make a posting, and then a Bracer is someone who will go and solve your problem for you.
I love this, like, Joshua just fucking roasts Estelle with this, like, flat smile on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joshua...
Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately.
Joshua's kind of a motherfucker, and I love him.
I was for sure that Joshua was just going to be Sasuke when I first saw him. But he's much better than Sasuke.
Oh my god.
They aren't even in the same league.
Holy fuck, yeah, no. Estelle and Joshua are both great, and their relationship and how it evolves throughout these games is heartwarming and shockingly well written. Oh well, what would we like to know about? Let's teach the player a few things. What are orbments? Orbments.
This is the part that I skipped even when I didn't know what it was. I was just like, yep, here's the gameplay stuff. I'll figure it out. I'm too smart for this.
Well, for setting purposes, yeah. They're relatively important. Basically, about 50 years ago, people invented a fundamental new technology that has completely revolutionized basically everything in the entire world.
They're like, we figured out how to get energy from rocks.
Yeah, basically, we figured out how to take these funky magical rocks and cut them in the right way and put them in devices such that they basically generate energy forever. And
I don't know how we didn't figure this out earlier.
Yeah,
but...
and we can use them for everything.
Yeah, they're basically like, this is the steam technology of the world, but it's probably better for the environment and stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, so a lot of JRPGs have some magical rock or whatever that provides energy, and they almost always use it as an environmentalist parable, because it turns out that, like, oh, but they're powered by souls, or like, oh, but they're slowly destroying the natural world, or, you know, this shit.
Yeah.
Nope. Orbital technology is fundamentally safe and sound as far as they've revealed in the games that I've played so far.
I mean, so was Steam technology when they created it. They're like, wow, we can get energy from burning these rocks. Let's just do that forever.
Well, fair. But
it hasn't been a problem yet, and like they've gotten to the point where like they can essentially, like, not in this one but in the later ones, they've got orbital cell phones within 5 years.
Yep.
And so it's like it's different. I would describe like aesthetically maybe almost a little steampunk, but not quite.
It doesn't have many of the trappings of what you think of as steampunk are not really present here. Well, steam for one of them, but
yeah,
steampunk is heavily often tied up with Victorian iconography and political and environmental issues, which is not the case at all in this setting.
Mm-hmm.
This setting, instead of exploring this as like, but what are the effects on the environment or whatever, it's more about the profound sociological impact that this amazing technological revolution, which is still ongoing, is having on what was a formerly fantasy set. Oh shit, I wasn't paying enough attention. What are they asking me to do? Okay, I'm sorry.
Go quit wasting time and go get them.
Oh fuck! Bracer notebooks.
Get your notebooks.
Got your...
Basically, this is your bomber notebook. You use it to write down what jobs that you have taken and what jobs you have completed. Estelle is correct. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain.
Anytime the game does this very deliberate juxtaposing of Joshua and Estelle's reactions, it's fucking comedy gold. I also love it because it's like, I feel like it's pretty rare to have the, it's like common to have the main character who's like kind of a slacker. It's relatively rare to have that character archetype on a female protagonist. It's way more common for female like party members and protagonists in JRPGs to just be like, I'm the girl, or I'm the sassy girl, or I'm the angry girl, or I'm the sexual tease girl.
You know, that girl does exist in this.
That girl does exist in this. Well, there are several, but they're never very vocal. And they're actually rarely party members. Yeah, so basically this is our notebook where we're gonna write down quests that we have. The Bracer Guild, yeah, you could describe them as doers of odd jobs.
We're the Errands Guild, but they do more important things than that as well.
Yeah, in this game, our jobs will skew towards the mundane. Well, they skew towards the mundane in every game for various reasons, but the reality is, while your low-ranked bracers are finding lost cats and shit, your higher-ranked bracers
are spies.
Yeah,
like they're spies. They're doing major scale political intrigue, negotiations, shit like that.
But the interesting
clearing
thing,
dungeons, etc.
The interesting thing about the Bracer Guild is that they are globe spanning. They're not part of like this specific kingdom that we're in, and they maintain that status because they are explicitly not allowed to fuck around in politics, at least not overtly. They're not meant to function like an army. They are explicitly meant to be for the protection and assistance of civilians, which is how they get away with operating in every country and coordinating across countries that are otherwise enemies. Yep, orbments.
Yep.
You put them in your thing, they let you use what's technically not magic, but might as well be magic.
Yeah, basically
they do call them magic. Or I wasn't actually sure.
Everyone's wearing an orbital watch. In that orbital watch, is it a watch? I don't.
I'm not sure if they have a watch built in. The later ones are like also cell phones, like you noted. But...
It's obviously a cell phone, but like I have no idea what these are supposed to be. So let's just say they're a watch or a medallion or something. You put the rocks in, you get fire spell, your attack goes up a little bit. Each element has different attack, or each element has a different core stat associated with it, and then like other stuff. It's I hate tutorials so much. I love the way that the later games do tutorials, where it's just like, all of your tutorial is here on these 2 screens. Read it if you want. If you don't, you can access it later.
This game's pretty good about that for the most part. They give you this initial tutorial and then they never tell you shit again. They just are like, and here's the reference if you want to look up more information about this. So basically, you can see what these look like on the right side of the screen. They basically...
It's like a pocket watch.
Yeah, they basically are formed... They have the form factor of a pocket watch. You set quartz into them, and the quartz give you inherent abilities and arts that you can cast. We each, Estelle and Joshua, each only have 1 open slot on their orbments, as you can see, out of a maximum of 6. So we're just gonna get 1 quartz for each of them. Joshua,
so yeah, your orbment is basically it's tied to you somehow, and through methods, and the orbments that you put into the watches for casting magic it gives you that ability.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's /buff.
The button that's supposed to open the main menu might not be mapped. Oh, wait, what the? Oh, it's this? Okay, it is mapped.
There we go.
It's just not the same button, again, that I'm used to. Alright. Oh, this is going back and forth between this and the game that I'm playing in my own time is going to fuck with my head. Alright, so if we put this HP quartz in Estelle's orbment, that gives her plus 5% max health. And you can see it also unlocked some arts for her. She can now use...
Arts are basically your magic spells.
Yep. So she can use the basic healing spell and the basic water element attack spell. And then Joshua is gonna get this slick action quartz. Speed is the god stat.
Yep, speed is the god stat. I think I gave him... If I had the choice, I think I gave him fire. Because I'm like, attack! You always want high attack. Me monkey brain, big number.
And she gave us some more sepith so that we can open slots as well. So we'll open 1 extra slot for each
let's
of
go
them.
ahead and do that.
Let's see. So I just want to make sure I can actually open one. Oh, I can only open one.
Slots are always like a weird thing for me because it's like you're able to unlock all of them relatively early within the game. And so like, why have it?
They are a little more... In the later games, it makes a little more sense because as you unlock them, that gives you more EP, which is your things that you use to cast arts. So that's like the main thing that gates how powerful of arts you can use.
Right.
And then in the later games, often early on you're unlocking slots and then later on you're upgrading them. So there's a little more nuance around who you're investing in. Not so much in this game. You will see... Help me! Help me! Anyway, thanks for your help. See you later.
I'm gonna remember that you left
Estelle
behind. I
will
like
remember
this, Joshua.
that.
Yeah. Your qualifications test begin here, in the sewer.
In the sewers.
Yeah, later on in the series, and that was one of the things that made it hard to come back to this. Everybody has a master quartz that is attached to them. That is like, it's basically like, hey, here's how I'm gonna fuck up.
Sit on this line
everything.
for a second
like
because it's great.
Oh yeah. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite graces in bestowing us such gifts as sewers. Get in the hole, kids.
Get in the hole, kids. There's a lot of things that these games do differently from many RPGs. Early dungeon choice is often not one of them, so we will get to start off in the sewers.
We're starting in sewers.
Yeah, we take notes about monsters. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yep. Thanks for tip, Sheriff.
I've been trying to err on the side of give people time to read all the dialogue. Some of it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, they've helpfully given us a auto heal thing here in case you're fucking terrible at the game and you can't get through the tutorial dungeon.
Forever. It's a sheep bug. A rat.
Yeah, it's like a rat with a carapace and ram horns or some shit.
Alright, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that like 600 times
It's
throughout
fine.
this. This is my favorite battle music ever.
Alright, so I'm gonna bop him. I forgot how tiny the numbers start in this game. Not like Paper Mario tiny, but just between you and me, the final boss of Trails in the Sky 2nd Chapter has 99,999 health. And we are dealing double-digit damage right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to move up to an enemy, and if you can't get there, then sucks to be you.
Yep.
Luckily, these enemies are spending their turns doing literally nothing, because this is the tutorial battle within the tutorial segment. All we're allowed to do is shank this guy. Oh god, we barely can move at all.
Yeah, this is the biggest quality of life stopper that, for me, is like this is killing me.
Well, so I wasn't really using turbo very much there, but that's gonna change.
Yeah, there's gonna be some turbo later on, because there are points in this game where grinding is definitely necessary.
Maybe. I think it depends on how much you actually do side quests. If you're actually just going through and doing all the side quests, you rarely have to grind for no reason other than killing monsters randomly. I'm probably going to skip most of the side quests as we play this, because they're not very interesting.
Sounds good. Get fucked, bugs. See you in hell.
This, by the way, is the tutorial for enemies that are resistant to physical attacks. That's why they have us using arts on them.
Makes sense.
And this is our
here's another one.
Oh, crafts. All right.
Try using crafts. I do like
Watch out!
the
He knows about
of,
timed hits.
Yeah. I like the novelty of the different magic types or technique types in this game being arts and crafts. I think that's lovely.
Yeah, it is a fun.
Oh, get fucked.
Joshua's crafts, by the way, are fucking ridiculous. They are great. His very first craft is just straight up hit twice for basically full damage.
Yeah.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Crafts are also.
Okay, so here's our first treasure chest.
Oh, yeah.
So we found a reviving balm. So check that treasure chest again. This chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero.
Yeah, no. Every single chest in the entire game has a unique message for if you check it after having already opened it. There is to me that was like one of the things that like really interested me, like where I was like that was the point where I was like, I should play this. This sounds super interesting to me. And it was just something as dumb as that. Yeah. Oh, they filled up my CP so that we can show off how show off our S crafts. Oh, they're telling me to do it right now. Okay.
So basically, you fill up that meter, and then
you
you
go
choose
apeshit.
what enemy dies.
Yep. S-Craft is your go ape shit button. Let's look at Joshua's. Murder this unfortunate dirty rat.
Is that John Young Bosch who does Joshua?
Could be. There are barely any. The
There's
voice
not
acting in this
many
game
lines.
is pretty much just.
We're good to go.
No, I don't think.
I don't think
maybe.
it's Johnny Young Bosch. I think it's a Johnny Young Bosch sound-alike, like someone who
Yeah.
has a similar voice but not actually Johnny Young Bosch.
Uh-huh.
You can see chests that look spiffy like this have items that are like equipment or weapons or armor or things that aren't just consumables. So they're the nice surprises.
I'm being told that it is in fact John Young Bosch.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter greatly, to be honest, because the only voice acting in these games is these sort of like battle lines and stuff.
Hiya and
Yeah,
things like
hi-yahs
that.
and such.
Hi Johnny. Yeah, we just want you to come in and grunt into the camera a few times and just say, I'm coming for you. That's it.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. All right, can do.
So
cool.
you saw we
here's $3,000.
You saw that we just got Joshua just regained health for no apparent reason. So you can see in the upper left, this is the list of who's gonna act in what order. And if you highlight someone, you can see them also highlight in that list, so you know which one is which. So, on the turns that have these little icons next to them, whoever goes on that turn gets whatever that bonus is. So,
Yeah.
there is, you might say, like, wasn't that just random shit? Kind of, but there are various things you can do to affect the order. There are things that can delay enemies, or reduce their speed, or increase your speed, and when you use an S-Craft, it's an interrupt, it just happens, so you get to cut into the turn order regardless of who was going next. So you can do things like steal HP, restores,
Steal 10
or crits.
HP, yeah.
Anyway, murder this rat.
Yeah, I like that a lot about Cold Steel.
Bat! Here comes turbo mode. Whee! Look at those flies go.
Yeah.
And we need to use arts on these guys.
Oh yeah, I did mention Master Quartz earlier. That's something that exists in, I think they start showing up in Aono Kiseki, right?
Is the first one with Master Quartz, although it's
They're-
their effects are more rudimentary than in Cold Steel.
Yeah, in Cold Steel they're really cool. In this one it won't matter too much because they don't exist yet. But basically it's like a neat mechanical thing that exists specifically for the character in question, and you can trade them out with other characters, and so sometimes it works better. Like it might be like all of your magic does an extra 40% damage, and it kind of levels up with the character, and by the end of the game they become fucking demigods. It's pretty great. Like I think Fee has like an evasion based one, which is, it gets really bonkers. Like nothing hits her at the end of the game if you level towards that end. By looking at this chest again, you flunk. Just kidding.
Let's see if there's anything down here. Nope.
I
think we
so.
come back here later and can actually go through this, but for now, that is all we can do here.
Yeah, the battles are also not random. You find enemies on the map, and they will try to chase you down, or alternatively, if you're way stronger than them, you can run away. Oh yeah, I think Fetas have starting speed, but I gave her the evasion-based one, and I was like, no, I want a demigod. I want to make the game comically unfun.
I'll be interested to see as we get into this whether you find that I have a fundamentally different like way of doing fights than you do, because
Well, I mean, you're playing Trails in the Sky, which means you've played a fundamentally different game than I have. And so I don't know if I'd be able to compare my strats to your strats in this game. If we were to go as far as to play like the Cold Steel games, then I'd be able to compare it and be like, all right. But also, I'd probably play Cold Steel 1 very differently from how I played it the first time. Because in the first Cold Steel, I didn't trade Master Quartzes at all. Like, I might, if I found a new Master Quartz, switch out, like, Machias's or something. But I would not give one person's Master Quartz to another, because I'm like, no, that's their soul. You can't, I can't just give someone else's soul. And then by the end of 3, I was like, dance, puppets, dance to my strings. I was like, no, Eusis, you get Angel. Yeah, evasion is always busted.
Cold Steel 2 is the only game where I have been enough of a bastard to try to make like 100% evasion tank, but only for a couple fights where it was like, by the way, if you don't do this, this fight will be agony. If you do, it will be easy.
That sucks. But that's their fault for giving us god powers. It reminds me of that chick track where it's like, but mom, if there's no such thing as God, does that mean I can be a god? and the kid just has like these crazy bug eyes, and he's just like looks power hungry and mad.
Update, I am no longer baby, I want power.
Yeah. I think I gave Machias Tauros. Yeah, no, I gave Machias Tauros, and that was nice.
So we learned two interesting things just now. First, that Sherazard was also trained by our dad, Cassius Bright, which means that even though she's the one like giving us this exam, she's not really of like an earlier generation of Bracer. She's only somewhat our senior. And also, we learned that Estelle doesn't fucking give a shit about Cassius Bright.
Yeah.
Specifically, she doesn't, she sees him as a bumbling dad with a bad mustache instead of anything else. Which you'll see why that is weird as this game goes on. You're not thinking of wandering out of town alone, are you? I'm pretty sure they do when we have to rescue them.
Oh, yeah, no, they definitely go to a little tower on the outskirts of town. Spoiler alert, I guess, for
that plot
very
twist
beginning.
Totally changed my view of this
plot
entire
twist
series.
The plot twist where kids get in trouble at the beginning of a Jrpg and you have to save them.
You have to take the gun and the sword from that sign and save them.
Yeah.
Also, we see no one fucking respects Estelle.
Yeah, nobody. What does the camp button do?
Oh, I think the camp menu is like the main menu, and it's called that because it's like, oh yeah, you know, do stuff that you would do when making camp. It is a weird name for that menu.
Yeah, Estella's definitely baby right now. Secret base.
Yeah, the camp menu... Actually, wait, hang on.
trying to figure out. Yeah, Estelle does want power. She wishes that she could turn in her baby card, but nobody's offering her the power card yet.
Unfortunately. Alright. I think this is the camp menu, but I could be wrong. In fact, I probably am. If the camp menu is where you cook, then it doesn't matter because I have never once cooked in these games.
I've never, ever cooked.
I'm probably missing out on...
I forget that it exists, and I'm apparently, according to J-Man, by choosing not to fish, I miss out on big fishing lore. But I don't know if there's any cooking lore equivalent.
That's right, we're supposed to get the newspaper for our dad.
We got to get the newspaper for our dad.
Stop it, Horace! I gotta get the newspaper for my dad!
For my father!
My father! Oh yeah, all of these games have some stupid book series that's hidden, that's fucking impossible to find without a guide, and if you get all of them, you, like, get a character's ultimate weapon. I literally have no idea how they expected anyone to ever do that without a guide. It is patently absurd.
I had no idea that you got ultimate weapons for doing
I'm talking about, like, literally it'll be shit like, after you finish this quest, and before you start the next main quest, go talk to the guy in the third room of the inn in nowhere near anything that's happening, and he'll give you the next one out of these 13 books, which are useless unless you get all 13. Anyway, yeah, we can cook, and we won't, so let's get out of here. See ya. See you, useless food man. Oh.
Oh, it's time.
Oh, fucking already?
Already, baby!
Off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland, the Tower of Esmalus, that will never be plot relevant. How is Sherazard already out on other Bracer business? We talked to her like 3 minutes ago.
She's like, I gotta go clean up the sewer for the next...
Yeah, for the next kids. I gotta go put 2 more boxes in the chest and come up with a new witticism.
I gotta put boxes in the chest, I gotta restore the rat goats, gotta release dangerous moths.
Alright. Oops. I forgot.
No,
this is
you don't get to go home. You gotta save the boys. Or maybe you gotta stop at the Bracer Guild and make sure that you're registered for this quest.
We gotta bring the boys back to town. Okay, no.
Okay.
We just go and do it.
You just go save them. This
yep,
isn't
it's
the
already in our
job.
child
just
rescue.
To do the right thing.
Alright, we're going to the Malga Trail to save them boys. Whee!
Save them boys.
Ah, okay, so you can't attack on the overworld in these games. They introduced that in...
Yeah.
Either ours... It was in 0, actually. But you can just run into enemies from behind.
You just want to run into them from behind,
In which case, you get a bunch of free turns before they get to do anything. So you can easily body them.
Flying cat!
Alright, we're good to go.
And then we just speed through that.
Yep. So I'm probably gonna, like, on most of these routes... Oh, God, I'm still pressing the wrong button to bring up the map. Ugh. On most of these routes, I'm typically gonna take, like, every path so that we can find chests and stuff, because they have, in the Sky games, that's actually how you get good weapons.
Yeah.
Other than buying them. In the later games, they stop ever having weapons in them, and they just have, like, more mundane equipment. But I'm not gonna do any side quests that I remember being obnoxious.
Yep. And I'm sitting here like yeah, I see one person was like, my only complaint with these games is that they are so slow. Without turbo mode, it's agonizing. And I was like, yeah, with turbo mode, it was slow enough that I quit. So, yeah, that is an ish. But I don't think it's enough of an issue. Like, it didn't completely kill my interest. It just killed my interest in actually playing them. I'm still very interested in like the story and stuff. Oh wow! Uh-oh.
Too much turbo mode. I've grown too powerful. I grew complacent.
You went too fast.
I went too fast. Oh, not that. Okay. I forgot she doesn't even have her area attack craft yet. We're gonna run. Well,
yeah.
I'm just gonna pop on back to attack.
Yeah.
just gonna flee for my fucking life.
Hey, you know those two kids in town who are unarmed? Yeah, they made it to the tower. We didn't.
Yeah, actually, I forgot that we can actually buy equipment. I'm not sure if there is anything to buy, but I should probably check in case we started with literally nothing. Anyway, hang on. Give me just a second. Oh, yeah, we can actually buy better stuff. Except we have no money, so I guess we won't.
Money is tough to come by in this as well. It's like you don't get much from enemies because you get the little shards that I guess you are expected to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on a second. We're gonna go back down to the sewers to use this free magic machine.
That's actually a way better plan than going to like the inn. Yeah.
Another thing I've basically never done in these games, rest at an inn.
Oh god, I'm sure I have.
Does the guild pay you an exposure? A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this time I will mind the fact that we actually have hit points.
Nah, you'll probably level up enough in the turbo time between that they won't be a problem anymore. I say because that's how I play RPGs.
Alright, we're good to go.
What was the first JRPG you ever played?
That's a good question. I didn't really play any Final Fantasies as a kid. First JRPG. Okay, so I know in freshman year of high school, had to do a little quick about face there because you don't want these guys to bop you from behind. In early high school, I played, I tried and did not get far in either of Final Fantasy VIII and Legend of Dragoon. I'm trying to think if I played any earlier.
Good starting pick on Final Fantasies, I say, with Venom in the back of my voice.
Yeah, no, that game fucking sucked.
Yeah, 8's terrible.
God, did I play any before that? I guess I played Earthbound before that. It's very non-standard as JRPGs go, but that is an RPG, and it was made by the Japanese.
Yep.
Let me anything earlier?
Any experience with like I don't know if emulation was a big part of your gaming existence pre-high school or anything like that.
It was, although I'm not sure if I emulated any Okay, I think I also tried at some point Final Fantasy VI on an emulator, or I don't know if it was 6 or like 3, or the one that's like 6.
3 is 6.
6 but lower tech.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I played on an emulator, but again, I don't think I got past like the opening sequence. Even as a child, I knew I hated ATB.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, when I was 6, I think, I had a Sega Genesis growing up. That was like my first system, and like the very first video game I ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog, and I remember it very clearly. I was like 4 years old. My older brother came in, and my older brother's like 7 or 8 years older than I am, and so he also had a Sega Genesis, and he came by and dropped off some shitty games that he didn't like, and he's my half brother, so like he spent a good amount of time living with his mom, and then a good amount of time living with our family, and he'd go back and forth.
It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby.
And so he dropped off some games that he was like, yeah, these games suck. I don't like them. You can have them, whatever. And the games that he dropped off were Shining Force 1, Shining Force 2, Sword of Vermilion, and Crew Ball, which is a Motley Crue based pinball game. And I was like, yeah, one of these games sucks. So Shining Force was like the first game that I played where you weren't playing from like a side-to-side perspective, like a platformer. And I was so fascinated by that concept. And I couldn't really read anything that anybody was saying because I was 6. So I went through and I played through those, even though I didn't really understand it. I was mesmerized, and I eventually sort of like taught myself how to read just to learn what's happening in these games. The Shining series, if you're unfamiliar with it, Aram, is a
I know it's by the people who made Golden Sun.
It is by the people who would go on to make Golden Sun. But it's a strategy RPG. It's much more along the lines of like Fire Emblem. And not only was that the first RPG I ever played, it was the only piece of like fantasy media that I had experienced at that point. And so it was like this third eye opening fucking transcendental experience. And I talked about it a little bit the other day when I was streaming ActRaiser, but because of Shining Force, I was very convinced that in fantasy centaurs are like the secondary race, because in Shining Force centaurs are fucking everywhere. It's like centaurs, and then elves, and then dwarves, I guess. And so, yeah, it was that sort of thing, and I just really, really fell in love with those games.
Estelle, behind you, it's a
shark turtle.
Oh, shit!
Oh, hell yeah. Cassius Bright.
Cassius Bright! The legendary hero.
Golden Sun is a JRPG series for the Game Boy Advanced.
I'm immediately. I've never
ahead.
read this guy this way before, but for some reason I'm immediately reading him in Sean Connery voice.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Skill and understanding, Estelle.
Yeah. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. Yeah. And so, Golden Sun is, it was noteworthy because it was like, you do a lot of puzzle solving in it. A lot of the dungeons are very puzzly and a little platformy, and you use psychic powers to kind of solve those puzzles. And, aside from that, it's random encounters and summons and elemental magic and all that cool stuff. It's a cool series. I would recommend it. Battles themselves are not puzzles in Golden Sun. Of course, there's the typical RPG like elemental damage, and this element's good against this enemy, this one's bad against this enemy, etc., etc. But like the dungeon exploring is very puzzly, almost not quite Zelda-like, but Zelda-ish.
It's it doesn't have the Zelda element of like gaining new tools that change how you interact with the dungeon as much, but it does sometimes. It kind of does, with getting new abilities sometimes. Yeah,
you get new psychic powers that'll help you.
I would say the way in which Golden Sun's dungeons are puzzle-like actually has less to do with synergy and the tools that it gives you to interact with puzzles, and more because they are very intricate labyrinths. Especially in the second game, there are some that are just
rough.
They're like almost from, even though they are too late in time to truly belong to this era, they feel like they're from that era of text adventure games where they expected you to draw your own map as you went.
Yeah. Yeah, those kind of almost like the first person dungeon crawlers that are like I wouldn't say that they're like that gameplay wise, because they're not, but like the labyrinth quality of some of the dungeons is a lot like that. It can be pretty tough, but they're pretty good.
Ah, great. We got our dad the newspaper, and we're his private mail service. We gotta bring him a letter.
And yeah, when I first played those games, I had no idea they were made by the same people who made Shining Force, but I could tell on some instinctive level, because they do like the kind of sprite wiggling to show expression that it does, and like, you know, some of the art's kind of similar. I knew on some level, like the way the text boxes looked, even I was like, this is Camelot, maybe, I don't know. Because Camelot didn't used to be called Camelot when they made the Shining series. It was Sonic Software Planning, which is not a terribly evocative name. You laughing like a big ditz, it's far more natural for you.
There's something
we
about
say it to the babies.
There's something about a lot of like Joshua's lines along that vein, especially when I hear you reading them, that I don't know why I'm going to something this specific, but he feels like he has the texture of a Valor Academy NPC.
Well, when you hear me read them, that's not totally an unnatural thing to feel, because I am literally played every Valor NPC.
Yeah, no, yeah. Something about the like, yeah, you laughing like a big ditz is more natural. There's a lot of people talking about their feelings in this game, and so... Yeah,
that's true.
And Estelle got pretty down on herself for a second there. And Joshua told her she was pretty good, and now she's happy again.
I have played some of the Etrian Odyssey games. That's generally what I think of when I think of those dungeon drawer games. I do not like them very much, but I have played them. Yeah, Joshua, roll to comfort or support.
Fucking Cassius. Oh, Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is.
Yeah, Estelle, I'm gonna need you to take a condition. Cassius is trying to change your labels.
Yeah. Come and jump into your father's loving arms.
I reject my dad's
influence. I reject my humanity, Cassius.
Cassius Bright.
Cassius Bright.
Now she's the one who's like, Cassius Bright.
Don't you give me that, Cassius Bright. This is kind of, they won't fully develop this theme for a while, but the things that were just said about Estelle are a very fundamental part of this game.
Cooking is about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more.
Just reminded me of that G.I. Joe PSA. You don't know cook anything. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Pork chop sandwich. Cassius runs down the hallway. Pork chop sandwiches.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! Get the fuck out of here.
My brother tell me do things
I'm done running.
A message from the Erebonian Empire. Oh, I went through a couple sprites there. I am none too pleased. What?
What? What?
This dish is actually quite edible. I thought I might have to do like that Reddit post and throw a steak at a closed window.
Yeah, Cassius would be on Reddit.
Oh, there's no incident. Just everything's on fucking fire.
Oh, I love the aesthetic of the crossbow games so much.
Yeah.
They're like, yep, there's just 2 years between. Or what was it? Maybe like 1 year between.
Well, yeah, but I mean, things are very different in different parts of the world.
Yeah, it's just different.
Because like Cold Steel 1 is mostly contemporaneous with those games, and you go to the Nord Highlands where there are nomads living in tents.
Yeah, Liberal's kind of like out in the sticks, isn't it?
Yeah, Liberal is small and mountainous and fairly country. The closest thing it has, so it's got a major city for a capital, but it's still very like, fantasy medieval for the most part, other than having street lamps and stuff. The only city in Liberal that is very technological is Zeiss, which you will see at a later part. Yeah, we get to pretty much see all of Liberal in this game. Not bad for a pair of comedians.
Dies.
Fucking has a heart attack at the age of 16.
He had an exciting day. There was some elevation changes. Not significant enough to give him the bends or anything like that. Just his heart rate's up. This is the life. Bottle of scotch on my porch, out here in the dark. Oh, Joshua! I'm sorry, I was being a man out here. Yeah. You want a drink, son? How about a drink with your old man? Alright, let's see here.
I also like how, you get this scene after Estelle's already gone to sleep, implying that even though Joshua, calls him dad now, there's a way in which Joshua is, definitively more adult than Estelle, that they're having these sorts of conversations already.
Yeah.
Erebonian Empire. Sounds
Those
pretty
guys.
suspicious. I've never heard of that. Sounds fake.
Erebonian Empire, huh? They're like the evil ones, right? Spoiler alert, the people you play in Cold Steel are Erebonian. It's not really a spoiler alert, but I mean, I guess it kind of is. Yeah, that's my other favorite thing about these games is that because they take place very close to each other, and then they take place in different regions, so you get a very complete picture of the world's politics.
Yet at present, she is baby.
She is baby, who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point, She'll have to turn in baby card for power card.
Joshua, don't forget, your baby card's still in your back pocket.
From when I found you.
Oh, only 5 years, actually. Okay, so I guess they were actually a little older. They were like 11 when that happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Erebonia is still pretty bad. Even though you play as Erebonians in Cold Steel.
I don't remember exactly what they're referring to in this scene.
I don't either. There might
like I know Joshua's backstory, but I'm not sure what specific thing that it is that he told Cassius that they are referring to there.
Yeah, I kind of know the Broad Strokes story as well. There's a lot in Trails in the Sky that I've just kind of like I've completely forgotten. But yeah, the Broad Strokes is fine. I don't know. I don't know about that HK51. Empire's kind of like predicated on the idea of like saying making you gotta empires are multiple nations under one nation, and I don't know, something about that.
Of the places that they've done games in so far, Liberal is easily the least evil.
Yeah.
There are bad people involved with Liberal's like rulers, but they are more exceptional, whereas most of the other major locations, the exceptions are the people who are neither like corrupt nor warmongering. And often those are the people who don't have the main power. Certainly true of Erebonia. At least somewhat true of Crossbell.
Yeah, Crossbell is kind of a weird situation because... Ooh. Was that an in-game sound?
Yeah, that was an in-game sound.
Oh, okay. Crossbell's kind of a unique situation because it's like, hey, we're a nearly fully autonomous city. They're almost like a Hong Kong sort of situation.
Bring me a souvenir, Dad.
Dad, get me a souvenir from Erebonia.
This is what I like about Liberal also. Their architecture is easily the most still traditional fantasy medieval looking.
Yeah.
But they're also actually the most technologically advanced nation.
Because of one dude.
More or less, yeah. You'll get more about the backstory of the Orbital Revolution, but one of the major players is in Liberal, even though more of the major players are in Erebonia. But, Liberal, even though it doesn't look like it, specifically Orbital technology, they're actually pretty much cutting edge. Which is one of the reasons that they still exist.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you know.
Yeah, well,
Erebonia right there.
Yeah,
Erebonia want land.
Erebonia is just to the north, and you will find out more about the history between Erebonia and Liberal as you get further into this game.
Erebonia want that land.
Huge tracts of land.
Actually,
tracts of land.
Geographically, Liberal is tiny compared to the other.
It's so little.
So actually, no, not huge tracts of land.
I just want the map to look clean, like the Emperor is playing.
Is Crusader Kings?
Is playing Crusader
that's
Kings.
One
and he's just
county.
Like, I just hate that this one county isn't mine, and I just want the lines to look clean.
All right.
Damn you, West Francia.
We can find a shiny rock, and we can deal with a monster on the road.
Monster on the road quests are usually just very straightforward.
Yep. Oh shit, there's a Tio in this game? That's a funny reuse of a given name. Tio
Is that a different?
It's a different Tio. This
Oh.
Tio Perzel is completely irrelevant.
Wow.
There is a Tio who is a party member and major character in the Crossbell games. That's kind of funny.
It's weird
There
that
there aren't very many reuses of first names in these games. There are some, but not very many. So we got.
Oh, does Lloyd pop up in this?
No.
Oh, someone said that there's a Lloyd in this game who appears in Crossbell.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Lloyd, the main protagonist of the Crossbell games, who does
Oh,
not...
is it just a different Lloyd?
Yeah, no, it's just straight up... There's a minor character named Lloyd in this who does... Actually, yeah, Estelle and Joshua are in the first Crossbell game in a supporting role, and if you talk to them... they do mention, like, oh yeah, we actually know a guy named Lloyd, and I think the Lloyd from these games does cameo in those at some point as well, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, well, we still have, like, no money, so I'm not gonna bother buying any equipment. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine unless we die. And then, yeah, so we should have our tasks. We gotta go to the pretzel farm. We can find a shiny rock. 30 Mira! Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we're gonna do this monster quest. In fairness, this does sound pretty easy, but I don't want to even open a guide, so I'm probably gonna skip anything that's like, I lost my toothpick!
Save the game. Also,
oh yeah,
Lloyd,
I sure haven't saved a single time since we started.
Lloyd, so Estelle is the main character of Trails in the Sky. Lloyd is the main character of... They haven't given it an English name, so it's just, right now, it's Ao no Kiseki because the Crossbell games have not been translated.
Yes. The Japanese names of the Crossbell games are Zero no Kiseki and Ao no Kiseki. The most common...
Which would be like Trail of Blue?
Yeah, well, yeah. So the most common English translations of those are... I think the patch that just came out for Zero, which is very good, calls it Trails from Zero. And then...
Trails to Azure, yeah.
And then... Ao no Kiseki has no official English name, but it's usually called Trails of Azure.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. Alright, so let's see. Milch Main Road monster. I don't remember where the Milch Main Road is, but it can't be far. Oh, it's right there. Alright, let's go do that.
Found it!
Let's zoom.
Meow.
So there will undoubtedly be chests we can find in this area as well.
Hell yeah. More chest dialogue.
More chest dialogue!
Easy.
Easy money. God, I'm still so mixed up on what buttons do what. Okay.
Easy Sepith.
Oh, there actually isn't a chest in this little loopy. Unless, did they hide it behind it? Oh my god!
Ah!
It's a monster chest, too. That's
Wow.
a lot. I'm not sure if we
Ooh.
actually want to do that. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
What is
Well,
Joshua's?
you've got some...
Oh,
some-
his S-Craft is also single target. That fucking sucks.
That's rough.
Maybe
do double strike on some of the cats. I think you can win this. It's just...
I'll give it a shot. We just saved, so...
We just saved, so, like, we've got nothing to lose.
Great!
And it costs...
I love it! Immediate
Oh,
miss.
bad.
Okay.
Bad news bears. Rough start.
I don't even really want to taunt these guys because Estelle's no tankier than Joshua, so we'll just, oh, and her fucking morale buff is so tiny. Oh, Estelle, your crafts fucking suck. Alright.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember hearing about that. Like,
She's gonna cast arts instead,
mechanically, Estelle is not great.
Estelle is actually, I think she's pretty decent in this game because you will see people cycle in and out of the... Oh my god in heaven! Alright, no, we're not doing this.
Ball game!
These are like the same enemies but at a higher level or some shit. Holy fuck.
Yep, not dealing.
Yeah, no, fuck that noise.
Get the fuck out of there.
We'll come back to that later. We'll remember that chest is there. Jesus Christ. I saw my life flash in front of my fucking eyes.
That's why you missed twice.
Ah! Oh, that was dumb. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm having a good time!
Let's move out.
But yeah, as I was saying, Estelle, I like her in this game because Estelle and Joshua are pretty much in the party the whole game. Everyone else cycles in and out. So Estelle gives you exactly what you need, which is she is a all-rounder. She can hit physical okay, she's okay at arts, she can tank a little.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what you need in this game. In second chapter, her being a generalist instead of a specialist starts to make her worse and worse because you get to the point where you're actually really. Oh my god! These plants.
You've got a solid party who can do all of the things that Estelle does, but better.
Yep. Yeah. No. Yeah. You'd be better off not using her in the party in like the latter half of second chapter. Unfortunately, she is mandatory. They stopped making the main character mandatory to have in your party in the later games, which is a nice change. I guess it doesn't really matter in Zero. In Zero, you pretty
I don't
much...
know why I wouldn't want to have Reen in my party, but
well,
like...
yeah, Reen's very... I considered dumping Reen for the very last dungeon of Cold Steel 2 when you can use literally anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was hard. I had to cut Sarah to add Claire. And I would have loved to have both of them.
God, I think I probably went through that dungeon with Reen, Fee, Eustace, and
That's that then.
I might have even fucking had like just because I could do the novelty of having her in my party, what's her face? Toa?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
either-
Let's move out.
It was either Toa or can I get a second form Gale? Yeah. Can I get second form Gale?
Can I get a... Yeah, I didn't
The
use...
princess, what's her name?
Oh,
she's,
Alphen?
She's cute. Alphen, yeah.
Yeah, she's cute. I don't know why you'd use her when you have like 18 broken-ass characters. On
Yeah, no,
fire.
I wanna see them interact when they win after doing the team ups. That's the only reason I want to use Alphen. Oh, we got a chest.
The chest is empty. Haha.
Ha! Gotcha.
Can I get a spirit unification?
Can I get...
God, these guys are fucking zooming at me.
In this game, how many characters are in this game? Not nearly as many. Cold Steel has a ridiculous
Oh yeah, Cold
amount
Steel
of
has a
characters.
billion characters. So the gimmick of the very last dungeon of Cold Steel 2 is that they let you use literally everyone who has ever been playable in either Cold Steel 1 or 2. Oh fuck. You know what? I could start using these now. Die. And so that's like 18 different people that you can use, of whom you can use 4 in that game. Okay, Pretzel Farm to the south. I'm just gonna look
Pretzel
around.
Farm.
Gonna look around for chests. Chest is empty.
Surprised.
Did I get you?
Is this chest trying to seduce me? Because it's working.
I am the horniest I've ever been right now.
At this empty chest.
This chest is exposing its privates.
It is.
God, these fucking, like, spinner-rack assholes just come at me like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
jeez.
enemies,
well, there
they're
he's
like,
dead.
oh shit.
That's
Oh
alright.
shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
hoping
this-
that wouldn't happen again. I
Just to be
immediately
safe.
broke my promise to keep an eye on people's hit points and use tier.
Yeah. Well.
Just gonna maybe take a quick little trip to the sewers.
Does let me see. Don't suppose this game has the healing sewers. Come on. We'll get you through this.
Yeah.
We're taking
Don't
him to the
worry.
hospital. No, I'm taking him to the sewers. There's magic water under there.
Oh no! Oh no, it's probably fine.
Oh,
These things suck.
yeah, you'll be all right.
All right, we rule, Joshua. Still, I'm dying.
Joshua, I'm dying. Here, just drink this. Are we in the sewer? Yeah.
Thank
No,
God.
I don't want it.
I'm saved. Yeah, there are no mimics per se, but some chests
Are mean.
have monsters that you have to fight. But if you beat them, those chests always have the best rewards. Alright, fucking Ladybug Man, this time the surprise is mine. Which is good, because you brought some real fucking obnoxious friends.
You brought your pals. You brought your pals Flying Cat and Mean Plant. They're just like, all the monsters in this are just like Operation Make Joshua's Day Shitty.
Yeah. They are really gunning for him. I mean, in fairness, he is the bigger threat. I don't know why these ladybugs in particular hit so hard. Just gonna have to dual strike my way to victory. Ow. I have to heal Estelle after this, but it should be okay. We rule.
We rule!
Hope we don't have to go back to the sewers.
I'd hate to drink more of the water.
Yeah, this game is mostly not that hard, but this is slightly unusual for a Trails game. The later Trails games, the monsters are just like piss easy at first, because they want to start you out easy. In this game, actually, I'd say this game is at its hardest right at the beginning because you have the least options available.
Yeah, it's just like punch or heal, and your punch isn't very good.
Yeah. Let's see. Looking for a chest, looking for this monster. I literally don't know which side of this is the front, so I don't want to attack.
Yeah, I had that problem with them as well.
Oh, we're leaving. We're not fighting 3 of these things.
Nah, get out of there.
Alright, let's try this side. The side with the yellow thing. Nope,
No.
that's the front. Alright, well, fuck off then. I can afford to pick my battles. Alright,
Yep.
this looks good.
Alright, yeah, this one's pretty easy. We've got a couple of those flying cats. Got some free turns.
Oh, nice, he wasted his turn. Ow.
See, you say that, but Renee's fight was hell.
That's
further than I've been in this.
Yeah, also, since I don't know what the audience here is comprised of. A lot of people, it's clear, have played one or more of these games before, but, make sure to be cognizant of the fact that, if people haven't played this before, we want to avoid spoiling anything after this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can say general... Oh, this is probably it. General stuff that is not really a spoiler, like, this game exists, is fine. But anything that refers to specific characters. The Trails series loves their surprise reveals.
Save!
Yep. Alright, we'll try this. Ah.
What?
Okay, guess we need to use arts.
I mean, I think overall it's safe to say that we both like these games. I think they're pretty good.
They said the Tales series.
Tales. Oh. Yeah. Tales, not Trails. My bad. Tales. I've played one Tales game, and it was the very first one. And I have not played any of them since, so I cannot give you a comprehensive opinion on them. But Tales of Fantasia is alright.
Okay, Joshua does decent damage with Soul Blur.
Played a shitty translation of Tales of Fantasia like 15 years ago.
Oh damn, Estelle's already out of EP. That's kind of
Yeah, she keeps healing between the fights.
Yeah, that's thanks. I love it.
Oh, no good.
No bueno. Ew. Okay, this is probably doable. Okay, I'm trying to get Estelle to 200 CP, so that she can get
Yeah,
full
before
power
she
S
does the
craft on this
pummel,
guy.
so that she gets the full smashy.
Yeah. All right, let's try it.
Good enough.
Okay, yeah, good. I thought maybe this guy was like literally immune to physical, but it's not. It just has high defense. Die. Ah!
Wow.
Oh, all right.
All right.
All right. I could just retry, but I saved right before this anyway.
That's nuts.
I can't even be mad. That's so fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
it's just like that's fucking really fucked up
That's
to
really
do at
shitty
this
of them
point in
to
the
do.
game.
Yeah.
Like at this point, it's so early. Hello.
Oh God.
Get him!
Oh hey.
I am maybe playing Overwatch in the background and getting mad.
Sounds
I
good.
can't look at your. I can't look at your game. What point of the game are you at?
Oh, not far.
Yeah, we're not.
We
far at all.
we got out of the prologue of the prologue. So Cassius.
So why are you? Like, what's the idea behind this playthrough?
Austin hasn't seen these games.
I haven't played. I haven't seen the Trails series, and I'm not going to play the early ones because it's just too much of a step back from Cold Steel mechanically, and I don't like the gameplay for these early ones as a result. I'm sorry, I can't hear Jello at all over the sound of the game. Give me 1 second. Actually, no, the sound is coming from Discord, so let me see what I can do about that.
You can turn down, if you do, if you right-click on your, like, normal volume icon, you can get Volume Mixer, which lets you adjust the relative volume of programs.
Yeah, but it's all Discord.
Yeah, but if... Oh, right. Okay, yes, I see the predicament. Alright. So we
Let me see what I can
exterminated
do.
that monster. We're gonna go drink a little sewer water, and then we'll go to the pretzel farm.
Yeah. You remember those parts in Trails?
I know the pretzel farm. I remember it.
Sewer water, pretzel farm.
I'm glad you specified with pretzel farm because sewer would specify nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There are multiple sewers in this game alone.
I believe there are 4 of them. 5 if you think of the end game as a secret sewer.
Alright, so we can report that quest, get some money.
Finally.
And while we're here, actually, so one thing that would help is we're gonna go to the Orbital Factory and open a few slots so that we can... Are you guys not gonna let me do anything? Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ. I don't care about the airship. Give me your business. Oh my god. We have no water. What? How the fuck? Oh. Alright. That seems like a bad design choice. If none of the monsters we've encountered so far drop water, Sepith. Alright, so we're not gonna open any orbment slots because we
Should
can't.
buy weapons.
Yeah. Or armor or something.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Here we go. Okay, so what can we get? The weapon upgrades look kind of marginal, and they're pretty expensive, so I'll probably skip out on those. The armor upgrades, maybe. Those are worth 5 defense each. And what about the boots? So leather boots would give me +2. These give me +5. I guess I'll get these vests.
That's probably a good choice.
It's almost, you want to, like, ideally almost never buy weapons in this game, because in every chapter, you can buy a new weapon in that chapter, but you will also be able to find a weapon for everyone in that chapter in the Sky games, which will be better than the weapon that you can buy in the same chapter.
Oh, really? I did not know about that.
You can see these fucking anime-ass portraits here. They look pretty nice, but they are very...
Estelle looks great. Joshua looks,
Looks a little...
not.
Looks a little weird.
Joshua, oh, are you playing the remade version where they have real portraits, or no?
I don't know what you mean by that.
There's a remade version where they have portraits that don't look like they were ripped from a 2002 sports anime.
We are playing the
these
version
are the
that was ripped
2002
from
sports
yeah,
anime,
no, we're
for
playing the
sure.
2002 sports anime version. I don't know what remake you're talking about for the Sky games.
There is a remake. I cannot describe it better than there is a remake.
On what, on Steam? On some other console?
I don't know, I think it's PSP again, actually.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was not aware. Oh, the Evo version. Oh, those are games? I thought I've seen the Evo versions, and I thought they were just soundtracks that were like remasters of the soundtracks. Huh, I did not know that. All right. Well, we'll get some pretzels.
I want to see what these Evo portraits look like. Let me get a look at them.
Oh, I'm dead.
Trails in the Sky Evo portraits.
Came in like a ladybug.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Estelle's looks better. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. Yeah, no, Joshua looks better too. I gotta say these look better. These Evo portraits.
That's that. Let's move out. Wow.
Okay, we will get dunked much less hard now after that level up and the armor vests.
Thank
Alright, team,
goodness.
good luck. If you're gonna keep getting axed by snipers. And
That's weird because like I see these Evo portraits and I don't think they look like the Crossbell sprites or the Crossbell portraits.
Yeah, not at all.
I think the Crossbell portraits look like garbage for Estelle and Joshua specifically, but not for anybody else because I'm used to seeing them in that art style. Estelle and Joshua look weird in the Crossbell games to me.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think they look bad necessarily, but they look very different. It's the whole Crossbell game is done by the same guy who did illustrations for Bacano.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Hmm.
Let's see. We need to find...
That would make sense.
Old Farmer Pretzel McGee, I guess? Yeah, we're supposed
Jello, you're being asked what your thoughts on trails are.
Oh, I actually really like the first two. Didn't play the third game, and actively hate Cold Steel 1.
Mm.
Tio's outside if you want to talk to her. So we're looking for unimportant Tio. She is right here. Can we open this gate? Is that her?
Flip the camera around. Maybe there's a secret
Ah!
way
Oh yeah, probably goes without saying, but oh god, okay. Probably goes without saying, but I do significantly prefer the gameplay of Cold Steel. It's just the story is.
in. There's
so
no
bad.
story in Cold Steel 1.
Now that I've played Zero as well, which is even closer to when the Cold Steel games were made, it makes the sharp drop-off in storytelling competence in Cold Steel all the more baffling and significant. So yeah, no, I don't really like Cold Steel 1. I sort of like... my opinion
I
went
would say
from-
I like Cold Steel 1. I don't... I liked it enough to start it and finish it, which is more than I can say for a lot of games.
Oh my God.
I didn't hate it. It was just like it's definitely the weakest in the Cold Steel series though.
Everything about Cold Steel's... Honestly, to some extent, this extends to Cold Steel 2, which admittedly does have a plot, but just collectively, those two games are drastically less competent in terms of how they set up, like, your situations, how they give screen time to characters, how they're plotted. Just everything about them is significantly worse, story-wise, in a way that is, disheartening.
Mm-hmm. 3 was good. I liked 3. But I think the most into it when I was as like focused on it as I was gonna get, it was probably during 2. 3 was pretty good. I liked a lot of the like time skip stuff happens, and Aram hasn't played 3 yet, so I'm not gonna get too into the weeds on that. But
I love playing 2. Like, it is a very fun RPG, and I haven't really clicked with the party in 3 yet, but I actually think it's less fun to play. I also think its UI UX is worse.
I also love how every woman in this game is horny for Joshua. Those striking facial features, mysterious amber eyes, and lush black
Hi,
hair.
I'm 16 or so. Please leave me alone.
Is Joshua really that popular? I'm sorry, are you blind, Estelle? More than a few.
Estelle and Joshua, the only stepbrother, stepsister couple that's ever worked in media history.
Yep.
And then they got greedy. And
Yeah, they flew too close to the sun.
Fucking every goddamn time.
I was willing to go ugh and kind of like, you know, hold my nose and dive past it as fast as I could with the fucking Reen's little sister stuff. But when they in Cold Steel 3, when they start doing like, "Hey Tina, do you have a crush on Agate?" And I was just like, you gotta get the fuck out of here right now. Don't you retroactively ruin the best part of the second Trails in the Sky game.
Yeah, it's rough. I hate seeing it every single time.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
You don't happen to have any secrets you're not telling me about, do you? I've never held a secret in my life, Smile.
Who's talking, Joshua?
Joshua, yeah. We're by the way, this is a spoiler-free stream.
Okay. Oh, where'd that Reaper come from?
It was Joshua.
Arabonia.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was a spoiler.
It's a spoiler-free stream, but we can still be coy bitches from time to time.
Don't give me that power. I will abuse it. I will destroy you.
Secrets, huh? Like my dark past.
Secret past.
Secret past!
Can't believe how a secret in my past.
Joshua's like the best and most acceptable implementation of the my secret past character I've ever seen.
I mean, you say that, but in part it's only because Estelle doesn't let him do it. And
Yeah.
it's just as like, shut the fuck up, Joshua, about it as she possibly can be.
Yeah. Alright, so we gotta go look for these monsters before they devour the pretzels.
Before they devour the pretzel didn't.
They can devour the pretzel dent a little bit.
And this Reaper. I wish I was this Reaper. My dad knows him.
My dad!
Blank stare. They each smile. ... Let's get back to work. That was weird.
I was talking earlier, I was like, yeah, I'm sure everyone has their all perfectly valid and good reasons for hating Cassius Bright. I have not reached that point yet.
I
love
don't hate
him.
Cassius Bright. Jello hates Cassius Bright a lot.
I hate Cassius Bright because every single person you meet mentions that they know him in the exact same way, and Estelle reacts the exact same way.
way every
You know
time.
my dad.
That's fair.
My dad knows you.
My dad!
I made a joke to Jay that he didn't respond to, which bummed me out. That was the biggest difference between the Trails series and Indigo is that is the general amount of people who know the character named Cassius.
My father!
I promised my dad.
That was a fun time, Austin. I think what we're gonna be doing for Civ said we're gonna be playing Layton versus Ace Attorney next, and I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play Layton the whole time, and Civ's gonna play probably at least Luke and probably also Maya. But I think we're just gonna have whoever is there play our Phoenix that day. So our Phoenix is gonna change.
But I want to play Layton.
I'm going to play Layton. Why don't you solve this puzzle, motherfucker?
Layton is an exceptionally fun character to say mean things as.
Listen here, friends. I've got a puzzle for you. Solve the following. F blank CK. This is what I think of you. Fill in the blank.
I thought you were going to say, I have got a puzzle. Solve the following. Puzzle number 45. My dick. 0 anchor rats.
Oh, boss music. It's cute. I don't know if this is boss music. It's like the mini boss music.
I'm gonna steal this crit turn.
Do it. And then smacky.
You like Joshua's fucking dead fish eyes when he's getting ready to murder someone?
Oh, that's everyone's fish eyes. Here I come!
His more so than most, though.
Yeah. It's because of these potato sprites.
That guy just wants to not die, I guess, so I'll leave him alone. They're playing dead. Alright.
Yeah.
I'll kill your friend instead. Yup.
You had the decency to play dead, so you may survive but a little longer. Okay, looks like I really needn't have used that S-craft, because those guys barely did anything. I was just so paranoid after that fucking thing exploded in my face, and that chest monster fight was mean as hell. The Phoenix Wright Layton crossover is the only Layton game I've ever played. Are the others good? I like them. They're alright.
Good.
Yeah.
I would not universally say the Layton games are any quality.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, if you like solving puzzles... I think I've only really played a good chunk of the first one, and it was pretty much just like, oops, I tripped over a rock. Let's solve a puzzle now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the story eventually happens, but like,
no, the
it's
whole
taking
thing is
its
pretty
sweet
much
ass
that
time.
flavor.
Yeah.
The whole thing is pretty much silly, silly. Rocks and willies.
Is Layton just nice Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, Layton's just a good dude.
Layton's just a dude who loves puzzles.
I'd
More
say
than
there's
he
not
loves
much more
anyone
to
else.
Him, but no, Layton is like a dude who loves puzzles and is like exceptionally cool, and it's like this beautiful slow burn as you find out he's like weirdly cool. It's like he's like a Mary Sue almost, except you don't realize it for a long time and in a good way. I know that doesn't sound flattering at all, but like, she's like,
Yes, I can sword fight. Ah, a box of random trinkets. Why, yes, I can turn this into a helicopter. Let's get out of here.
Oh. Aw, Joshua. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I'm
I'm just cold-hearted and indifferent is all.
he's a cold-hearted snake.
Even now, I think we shouldn't have shown any mercy and simply put those creatures out of their misery.
I'm Joshua.
Unlike you and Tio, I don't feel compassion. It's times like this that I really begin to loathe myself. It's almost as if there's something wrong with me as
I'm
a
Joshua.
person. Maybe some part of my heart is broken or something.
Sorry, you're at the very beginning.
Yeah,
right?
we're at the
He
very
talks like
beginning
that
of
the
the
whole time.
More than I didn't remember him doing this early, but yeah. It's Joshua, don't you dare say things like that about yourself.
Estelle?
I've
Sorry,
watched.
Are you guys reading this out loud? And those are the voices you're hearing?
Well, we haven't been reading most of it. But we do.
We haven't been
sometimes.
reading most of them.
I've watched
I was
almost everything you've done for the past 5 years, and I'm confident in saying I know your strengths and weaknesses better than anyone else. Probably even more than you. I won't allow you to just disregard everything with a bunch of nonsense. I don't ever want to hear you say you're broken again.
Why are you reading Estelle as Dr. Garcia?
I'm sorry. It was foolish of me to say that.
As long as you understand what I said within a few months, that's what really matters.
Joshua, at parts like this, I'm gonna read Joshua like he's constantly farting and smelling his own farts.
But you know what? Believe it or not, I was happy to hear you admit how you felt.
Why?
Your real problem, Joshua, is that you always try to keep your feelings locked up inside. Whenever you're troubled or worried, you just go around with this nonchalant look and try to fix everything by yourself. That's a little upsetting for someone who's supposed to be your family.
Estelle,
Joshua, you were able to lay bare your own weakness today. You learned to trust in someone other than yourself. And for that, I'm happy.
I don't know what your point is, but I'm amazed that you can just stand there and say something as embarrassing as that.
Ha!
I'm
I've got a whole
losing
lot
my
more where
mind.
that came from, music note.
I'm losing my mind at the description of I'm going to read Joshua like he's constantly farting and smelling.
Only when he's acting like this.
But
otherwise
how
he'll be
about
a
we
normal
call it
boy.
a night? After all this endless running around, I'm ready to drop.
All right then. Have a good night, Estelle. And thanks.
You're welcome, Joshua. Sleep tight.
It's almost as if I don't have any feelings. What do I think is the character to do dark backstory the worst? Probably Sasuke.
Sasuke is the worst at a lot of things.
Yeah, Sasuke ruined that genre of character.
I don't know if they were ever very good to start with.
They're generally not, and but Sasuke is just, he's so bad always, and he's never good ever. And I think the fact that Naruto is so long also contributes to that a lot, because that's a really long time to never be good.
Getting pretty
I
fucking
mean,
tired of
it's
these
not
ladies.
just that. It's also more critically, in my opinion, the fact that everyone, like, Naruto never stopped sucking Sasuke's dick,
Yeah,
and he
the world never
had
stopped sucking Sasuke's dick, even though he should be fucking. They should execute him publicly.
The world sucks his dick a little less after. It's weird. Naruto is the only one who starts out hating Sasuke. When
And then he's the only one who loves him.
And
Except
there
for
was never
Sakura,
like a
kind of.
moment where it's like, ah, what a good bond you two had. That never happened.
It was like. I just felt like even when Sasuke was at his like I'm going to assassinate the ninja presidents mode, and even all the ninja presidents were sitting there like, oh man, this kid's badass, we gotta get out of here.
Jesus Christ.
Chip presidents.
The other thing about Sasuke is he's not good. Like, he's not even a good fighter. He's born with all the bullshit powers, and then Killer B is like, yo, I'm gonna kill you like 7 times. Doesn't matter. My girlfriend is a one-up mushroom when I bite her or something. What the fuck? I'm gonna lose like 6 times in a row. And then he does. I hate Sasuke so much.
Sasuke sucks.
I like Bakugo a lot by comparison because the world hates him.
Yeah, I don't love Bakugo.
After growing up with Sasuke, Bakugo is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I can see how you'd say that.
And you're wrong.
No, I mean that's fine. You can have your opinion. I don't like Bakugo very much. I just like I say that character type is ruined for me, and I fucking mean it.
All right.
How would you improve
Next-
Sasuke?
next rant is the
Okay, you
mayor.
would remove him from Naruto. He's literally an unnecessary character.
Yeah, I think maybe
He's
either
added by
having
an
him.
editor.
Yeah,
Is there-
yeah. I think maybe having him pay for his crimes in some sort of fashion. That'd be great.
Or having him maybe like die in the like Naruto's in 3 acts. There's the not Shippuden part. There's all of the Akatsuki, which is legitimately skippable somehow. And then there's the Ninja War with all of the actual bad guys after that. And Sasuke should have died in the middle of the middle trio of those at the latest.
Yeah.
Because
So we got
There
a
was no,
couple.
like-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there was no moment where he made up for anything or needed to be there.
Yeah, was there ever any? No, there wasn't. There wasn't any cool payoff for all of Sasuke's bullshit. Never. I was like, is like even the yeah, Team 7? Is that who they are?
Yes.
Yeah, Team 7's back together after all these years.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
know,
cool
Class 7.
panel. That's a cool panel. But then Sakura does nothing, and Sakura, just as she does the entire time. But I feel like a lot of why Sakura does nothing and is very unimportant throughout a lot of it is because Sasuke is. And
So, yeah, Sakura has one of the best fights in the whole series, actually. It's her only good fight.
is it the one at the end?
No. She has
No.
one at the end. I legitimately didn't even know she got another one after
I couldn't
it's
recall.
the puppet Akatsuki guy that she fights with the puppet
Oh,
Akatsuki
yeah.
guy's grandma. That's I'll go on record and say that's one of the best fights in the whole series. It's
Yeah.
pretty much entirely unnecessary in the grand scheme of things, but it's Naruto, so that's not.
That's
not
not a
really
disqualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the series peaked early with Rock Lee versus Gaara. It's very predictable, but that's a good ass fight. You don't have to know anything about Naruto to watch the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight and feel shit when it was going down. It was good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we actually do have to do this by ourselves. Oh, it's fine.
Oh no.
These guys
Oh,
can't do
okay.
any damage to us now. the early games have some interesting balance issues around the extreme tipping points where you get a little more defense or you have a little too little, and monsters do either a shit ton of damage to you or none at all.
Yeah. Also, I don't know who told anyone it was okay to have an enemy that explodes when they die. Like a boss enemy that explodes when they die immediately, like first quest.
First monster extermination, yeah. Came out fucking swinging.
I'll tell you who told them that. The history of JRPGs.
Like this early though. This early.
So I'm doing a couple of these side quests, just the ones that pay well. So we're replacing this lamp, and we're gonna go fight some dudes at this training camp over here. We're gonna have a little scrum, a little practice scrub. Ooh, it's a shining palm. I don't know if I can actually kill these without a 200S break, but I can give it a shot.
Probably not. Shining bombs are comically manipulable in the first game. It's like, yes, I would like to be overleveled the entire game. Thank you.
I'll go for it. I'll see if I can get one of them. Nope.
Oh, God.
I needed a 200. Oh, well.
Yep, that's not happening.
Wait,
Yeah,
but I might. Oh, no, Joshua! If you hadn't fucking missed like a chump, you could have fucking. He could have finished it with his 100 Esprit. Alright, well, I'm not even gonna wait for your
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Alright. Shining Palms give you a shit ton of every Sepith and a ludicrous amount of experience if you are the
I would say
appropriate
it's
level.
actually very worth it to grind Shining Palms for like 20 minutes.
It's like the metal slime of this series.
Yeah.
So we're here. Let's see. Do I have to talk to the gate? Do I talk to this guy?
Oh yeah, I think I remember getting stuck on the exact same spot. Yeah, no, you gotta go into the little office.
I'm gonna save again real quick because this will be a fight.
We should be pushing that, guys.
I'm trying.
Man, how shitty are these new recruits that we can fight them as level 7 junior bracers? I'm amazed Liberal was not conquered.
Yeah, so we've got these gate guards. We want you guys to fight them.
I cannot overstate how useless they are. Please. You must help.
Like, we sent you guys to fight them. And they have guns. What are you guys using? Rods and swords? Yeah, you guys will do fine.
Here, Austin, you want to play my favorite Trails in the Sky drinking game? It's take a shot every time a bad guy gets away using a hostage for a smoke bomb.
Oh, Jesus.
Every time.
It's all of them.
Oh, jeez, this guy's blind.
Or every time you win the fight and then you don't.
I don't remember that happening that much, but...
Oh, God, all the time.
That happened to me all the time in Code Steel. Like, I kicked the shit out of C the first time we met. And then the battle just ends, and it's like, ugh, he's so strong! And it's like, what? We were winning! Why are we stopping? Let's kill this idiot.
Alright, I guess I'll... You know what? No, because I want to leave that crit for Joshua, so I will have her use an item on herself. Yeah. Go back.
No healers. Wow, we have one. Oh no, bad pick.
Die.
All right, we're good to go.
Wow, you guys suck. We're not all feral kids like you. No, another reason I like Estelle, so there's 3 main protagonists whose games I've actually played in this series now, which are Estelle in Sky, Lloyd in Crossbell games, and Reen in Cold Steel. And Estelle is easily my favorite for various reasons, but one of those reasons is that she's sassy and headstrong and like occasionally kind of foul-mouthed, which is nice because the other 2 are very like, yes, it is me. I am pleasant by default in virtually every circumstance. So I like her dunking those soldiers and then being like, wow, you guys suck.
Estelle's great. Estelle is maybe the best protagonist I've ever played in a game. Fuck! God, I cannot get in position because our whole team is just nebulaing outward.
So what I'm gonna try to do...
Right back.
So what I'm gonna try to do... I noticed these plants actually drop water sepith, so I'm gonna try to get a few of these guys so that we can actually open some slots, number 1. And number 2, I think we might be strong enough to do that chest monster now. So I may do that. So it looks like I was too hasty earlier criticizing the game, saying that that no monsters were dropping water sepith. It looks like that was just me not fighting plants. My mistake. Come on, guys. There we go. Piece of cake. I think you're underselling that a little, Estelle. That was not that easy for you.
Piece of cake!
You're nearly dead.
Piece of cake!
Piece of cake! These fucking... I'm getting real sick of these ladybugs spawning on top of me.
Mm-hmm.
The way you interact with monsters on the overworld was definitely significantly improved in later games. I'm finding it very annoying in this one.
I don't think they're spawning. Like
they're like already there, but I can't see them until they're like
yeah,
on
they're
top
like
of
they're
me.
like half invisible, and so you gotta like keep an eye out.
It's also because I'm running around with Turbo a little, but even when
Yeah.
I'm not using Turbo, they're just like there.
Uh-huh. Also, there's these grass enemies that do just blend in with the surroundings a lot.
Yeah, fuck. Okay.
I love
Just
this.
barely
Sean
managed
Shiplock
to-
has this Twitter video where he's just filming like a cardboard cutout of Reen. Just going, my name is Reen Schwartzer, and here comes another friendship speech, and then somebody pies it in the face.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
That was just playing on loop in my head all of Cold Steel 2.
Yeah, he sure does do a lot of that.
All he does. Cold Steel 1, I think, is a total fucking... It's a fun game. It's like the last story, except the last story isn't 1/4 of a tetralogy, where the story is fucking garbage, and the gameplay is really fun. And then the gameplay is just better in 2. I genuinely might suggest skipping the first Cold Steel, though that might not end up being the case if 3 and 4 really tie a ribbon around that first 2, but I really can't see that happening.
I think, based off of what I've seen from 4, you're probably better off actually just playing Trails in the Sky and the fucking crossbow game than playing first Cold Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crossbell certainly, because according to various sources, it sounds like in both 3 and 4, they just assume you played the Crossbell games and don't explain fucking anything, whereas they do actually explain everything from Sky for some reason.
Yeah.
They certainly assume you played the Crossbell games at the end of 2. Grumble mumble. Are we doing a mission right now or just grinding? Sorry, I was grinding a little bit because I was kind of hoping to get 1 level before I tackle that monster chest. I'm trying to find plants so that I can get water sepis so that I can actually unlock another slot or 2. Because that will give us much higher maximum EP.
That will be pretty helpful.
I will usually not grind in this because it's usually not necessary. Occasionally I might do it just to try to get a power break point that I know is coming. God damn, Joshua. You have 2 knives. How did you miss with both?
It's a bug! You hit a bug with a knife.
Yeah, I have to have... Someone said I have to have a little quartz called Heaven's Eye. That is true. Once I have Heaven's Eye, no ladybug will ever sneak up on me again.
Fuck. Literally couldn't move the whole time. The ball was on top of me. Jesus.
Piece of cake.
Okay, yeah, 50 I think is enough. I'll go back and do that real quick. Where's the chest? I think it's on this screen.
Shit, I'm surprised.
Plants.
Plants! Kill the plants!
We're good to go.
Okay, yeah, Estelle's like 5 experience away. Yeah, no. I do get very used to always having like the quartzes that show you enemies on the mini-map and stuff, because you generally get them pretty early, so I play most of the game with them, and so always at the start of a new game when I don't have it, it feels very, like, I feel very wrong-footed.
Yeah.
Do you have a mini-map in your game?
Yes!
Ah. Well,
Piece of cake.
things could be worse.
Yeah.
You could be the poor sap with no mini-map.
I believe it's just humans and monsters. There's no like alternate races or anything like that in this, are there? Like elves and shit?
Dragons.
There is at least 1 dragon. But no, in terms of like civilized races who exist in the present day, it is just humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's monsters, humans, and archaisms. And demons.
I'm still... Oh yeah, demons do exist, though they're much less prominent than you would get in many fantasy settings.
Kinda.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, Joshua, I just need to kill like 1 more plant for that sweet, sweet level. Where are you, plant? Oh! Fucking... Alright, whatever.
Bug!
He's by himself. I can gank this guy. Should have brought your friends. There we go. Alright. Rad.
What is the most developed fantasy race you've ever seen? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that one.
Maybe, I guess just because of the sheer amount of shit. Or maybe how prolific they are. Tolkien's elves. Tolkien loved him some elves.
He did. He did at that. Yeah,
And like all of the other elves since then have been based on them, so you know, probably that.
That's a fair pick.
Yeah, still make a couple quartz. Just gonna equip these. Okay, we're gonna give Estelle this defense quartz. Joshua this attack quartz. Actually, Fuck that noise. We're gonna give Estelle this action quartz, because action is speeds the god stat, like I said before.
Yeah,
alright.
action's really good.
And you can see she has like literally 50% more maximum EP than she did before. So we'll go fill that up with some sewer water.
Some sewer water.
And then
Yeah.
we'll do that monster chest. See what goodies await us.
See what goodies
And-
would probably not, but more importantly, box text.
Yeah,
we
what
get.
what witticism we will unlock. Alright, here we go. Gonna save before this. Alright. And we've got 200 CP each, so we can super nuke a couple guys.
Just right out the gate.
Yeah.
I'd get the plant.
Yeah, that's true. That plant can hit us from anywhere. Yeah, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll go and like bop one of these guys, and then immediately get a second turn. So this thing. And we'll also bop. Oh, can't bop that guy. Alright, we'll bop this guy. And likewise, immediately get a turn. Kill a different one.
Cat's just sitting there looking at the initiative like, come on, come on.
Let's see.
Come on so I can focus.
Where's the... Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Oh, good old Joshua.
Way to miss, Josh.
Ow. Uh-oh. These guys are still
Uh-oh.
These guys are still no
Yeah,
joke
they're still
when they
pretty
get to
beefy.
charge. I
Heal
may-
Estelle?
Yeah, he doesn't have a heal, actually. But,
Oh, not Joshua, right.
I can probably kill this guy with an art. Yes, okay. And Estelle can heal herself.
No, we don't want to spend money on healing items. Money is too valuable.
I did. Yeah, actually, he's in the Sky games specifically, especially money is actually pretty limited. Let's see, what do I want to do about this? So I have enough to dual strike, which might kill one of these guys with their 140 health. I don't know. Yeah, well, Josh can't heal anyone, so sure, we'll try it.
And like when he dual strikes, what are the odds he misses?
Okay. Getting pretty lucky with these soul blurs. They're usually just enough damage to kill. I
Cook
think-
instead of buy. You know, that's a fair idea.
I did not engage with cooking in any of
Ever.
I'm glad that's
Me neither.
That's apparently a universal. Actually, I just noticed these guys are actually weak to the base elements, so I should be using Firebolt instead of Soul Blur. That'll probably kill this guy from 150. Likewise, Aqua Bleed will probably fuck this guy up pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he's got a crit. Ooh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
We're alive, we're alive. Yeah, we should be fine from this point, I think. That one's charged up. He's gonna get to act. He shouldn't kill, though, with one hit. So this is probably fine. Oh, fuck, I didn't think he could move that far. Alright.
Ah, shit. We're in trouble.
Okay. What do I do about this? Well,
Did you save before the fight?
Yes, I did. So this is low stakes, actually, but I'd rather not have to do this a second time.
Have to do it again, yeah. Cannot blame you there.
Okay, luckily that guy passed his crit turn. So I'm gonna just kill this guy. Hope to survive this. Okay. Oh, nice, and I can S-craft now. Estelle will miss a little bit of experience. Unfortunately, you don't get experience for stuff that dies.
Yeah,
while
Estelle's
you're
gonna
knocked
miss out.
But she should still get experience for the ones that we killed while she was up.
Oh,
it
really?
should be okay. Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll find out.
That's that then.
Nope, I'm wrong. But they're each only worth 1 experience, apparently, so... fucking whatever.
That's bullshit.
Topaz Talisman. What might this be? This is probably a status effect preventing accessory.
We're gonna try to do it long form.
The wearer's attack and defense will become earth-based. Wow, okay, I actually didn't remember that these existed. There are not equivalents to this in the later games.
Yeah, you get one for each of the towers.
Alright, well, we're gonna go down to the sewers real quick, and then we will progress with the game.
I think the thing that made me maddest in all of the first, I think it was the first Trails game, maybe the second. There's a minute where it's like, your dad wants you to go check by fucking Evo Fortress or whatever, just as like a side quest. And there's like 4 directions to go, and I went 1 step in a different direction and got a "you failed." It's like, what?
Oh, wow, okay, that never happened to me, and I don't know what quest you're talking about. Maybe it'll happen
Like,
this time.
It wasn't important, it was just like a side quest you got. It might be in the second game now that I think about it. Since it doesn't make sense that there would... I don't think there's ever 4 directions to go. Unless you're being dropped somewhere. But, yeah. Shit was annoying. I think one of the reasons I really like Trails in the Sky is that I just, like, really enjoy the general atmosphere. Like, I actually really love the girl, and I want to save it. Whereas, like, Erebonia, part of me is just like...
Erebonia
this place should
sucks.
fucking blow up.
Yeah. It's like Erebonia sucks, and the stakes are that you're trying to stop it from sucking harder, but, like, it's still gonna suck.
Well, you say that. Sometimes the stakes are, well, we don't want to lose the school festival.
That's true. God. Ugh.
I will never get over that.
Okay, so we're gonna give, I think we're gonna give Joshua...
A
Let's
gun.
only give him a gun. We'll give him this. Jesus, impede is 50% in this game. All right, that's reasonable. I don't usually use impede because its percent is too low to ever rely on, but 50%, I'm willing to take that gamble and get some air arts. All right, so I think we're only gonna do one other side quest, which is well, I guess we can pick this quest up, because we're probably gonna kill stuff that drops this stuff regardless.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the only other one I'm gonna, like, specifically do because it gives 700 bucks. And I need to talk to someone at the airport. Here we go.
Whee! This Overwatch player's name is Big If True, which is funny.
No.
Orvid Company Limited.
Hello, it's me, Orvid. I work at the airport.
I thought you were just gonna say, I work at the Borvid. Alright, yeah, okay, you...
My favorite genus is Corvid.
It seems... Okay, patches of grass on the Malga Trail, which I think we will have to go down anyway before too long. I'm pretty sure we have to go to the mine.
To get to the next area, yeah.
Oh man, are you guys entering Bose?
No, we're not.
Not yet.
We're still in Babyville.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alright, let's see.
Bose, the peak of trails.
Yeah. It seems almost quaint to me now to think on how much you, like, hated the Bose chapter in this game. Just because there are like so many other things later in the franchise that I feel like you were more mad about, but the OG one
I
was
mean,
really...
Bose is just designed like they didn't even give a single shit, and they needed to pad for time, and it's like Area 2.
Mhm.
How did he hit me from there? Bullshit. God, I forgot that Junkrat has a sixth invisible giant finger that goes all the way off his body.
Ah,
Yeah,
yep,
everyone
yep,
forgets about it until you get poked with it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
We're going to the mine to pick up a jewel.
3, 2.
Get me a jewel from the mine.
We don't even have to
Sure,
mine
sure,
it, we just
sure.
have to pick it up. Luckily.
And nobody better steal it.
Nope, it'll never happen. Alright. Alright, Malga Trail it is.
I'm just saying, I, the mayor of Roland, gonna be super pissed
If someone
someone
steals
steals
my
it.
jewel.
Now, Austin, I thought you said you hadn't played this game.
I've played like
You
4 or
played,
5
it sounds
hours
like you
into
played
it.
like...
I got to Bose.
Yeah, it sounds
and
like you
then
played the
that was
first like
about where I
chapter and a
left off.
half-ish.
Wow. Shocker.
Let's
My
see,
team
yep.
is doing so good.
So
Oh.
this time we're gonna bear
Well.
to the right.
If you want to see Arabonia burn, play Trails of Cold Steel. Specifically like 2.
Let's move out.
If you're a big fan of like watching, oh, you did, okay.
It was funny because, I was about to say, well, there's like at least one reason to play the first game, is that there's a particular character they want you to get to know because they matter a lot in the second game. And it's funny for me, of all people, to be the one to make that justification because
you
I
didn't talk to him at
completely
all.
ignored that character the whole game.
Yeah.
On paper, that character's arc is my favorite thing about the Cold Steel games, and I did everything I could to accidentally realize that. And then I was very disappointed when, in the first game, they do a bad job no matter what. Like, no. In the first
You
game,
should
it's
just be a
very
student from the
easy-
beginning.
Yeah, in the first game, it's very easy to miss what becomes the emotional core of the ending of that game.
Like I
Like,
did,
it's a little
completely.
too easy. And I can't blame Aram for it. It makes total sense that he didn't interact with it.
I'm like legitimately proud of how little I gave a shit about that character.
Yeah, and the annoying
I liked
thing is
him. I hung out with him.
In the second game, I was like, all right, time for them to realize all that's going on here, and then it's just like, no, actually.
Not really.
You are correct, Karen Knight, that Trails is not really the official name. Like, I don't know if it's ever called the Trails series even in the West, but yes, it's the Japanese name is Eiyu Densetsu, which is the Legend of Heroes, and the word Trails is entirely an invention of the English localization. Fuck these ladybugs, Jesus Christ. Oh god. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 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 okay.
Oh, okay, wow. I was close.
Somebody's about to lose at Trails in the Sky.
No, I'm about to lose at Legend of Heroes.
Yeah. It's very different, Jello. I'll thank you not to besmirch my good name. I'm a pro gamer, Jello.
We have a Twitch stream and everything.
Yeah, if I wasn't a pro gamer, you think I'd be on Twitch, please?
Yeah.
I still have not learned
They
which...
only let people on Twitch if you're good enough.
You imagine.
Okay, I can now perceive that these things have eye stalks that indicate their front, so hopefully I will at least consistently attack those things from behind in future. God, these...
Yeah, but the eye stalks, like... It's not like they... wiggle a certain direction.
I have to say, I'm starting to get a little offended by how single-mindedly these ladybugs only ever attack Joshua.
Attack Joshua?
Yeah.
These ladybugs want Joshua dead. They took the money, it's in the briefcase, the hit has been made. They took the payment and they're nothing if not professional about the dark deeds which they must accomplish.
White bracelet. That sounds like, I think that's a status preventing accessory. That's what I thought last time, but this one I'm more confident about. Prevents blind. Alright. Yeah, we'll give that to Joshua.
No reason not to.
And what do you have to say for us? This chest is now full of disappointment.
Disappointment!
Of course, the ladybugs. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna fight ladybugs anymore. They don't give experience. They're just obnoxious. I'd rather fight
You're
plants.
banished.
At least the plants drop water, Sepith. They also only attack Joshua. Jesus Christ. It's gotta be like, they've gotta like actually be attacking whoever has the lowest defense, I guess. But it's still kind of funny
It's
to
just
watch
Joshua.
it play out.
Good to go.
Oops, all Joshua. Ah!
God.
What's nice though is in this game, running has 100% success always.
Mm-hmm.
In the later games, that is not true. Killing the ladybug first.
In Chrono Cross, you could run away from all enemies, including bosses. And like the boss, if you ran from a boss, like they'd still be standing there on the map,
Let's move out.
and you could talk to them again. They're like, "What? You want to try again? All right."
That's really funny.
Ah, okay, it looks like we're here.
You're just so screwed. Not a chance in hell of us doing this. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna call that their stream. There's too many bad games in a row.
Happens.
Yep.
In Overwatch, especially.
Yes. I always think this game will be fun and then it isn't.
You sound like Will.
Overwatch is one of those games where I really got to be playing with people I know.
Even then.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there's rideable minecarts. Oh, well, speak of the devil.
God, I was about to roast Will and now I can't because he walked in.
No, you can still try to roast me.
Okay.
Make your attempt.
Hang on, I'm gonna stop the stream first. Bye, stream.
Oh, I guess I gotta talk to someone about this elevator before I can ride it.
What am I hearing? Is that the? Oh, that's the fucking minecart. Why the fuck?
I was, Aaron said you said, or Austin maybe, it was like, man, I always think Overwatch is gonna be fun, and then it isn't. You sound like Will, and I was gonna say, no, if I sounded like Will, I'd just be yelling, and I would never say anything positive ever.
I never hear you say anything positive about Overwatch.
I say nice things to the people who do good things.
Those are the people, not the game.
Not sure why this is a thing. Where they're like, oh, first you gotta look at the elevator and see that it doesn't work, and then talk to a guy to get the key, and then go back to the elevator, and now it works. I don't know how this
Yeah.
enhanced the experience of this game.
Did you
That's
guys end up
why-
beating Dark Pulse?
Yeah,
Nice.
it was quite the ordeal. James is now almost 20.
Okay.
He's like 19 and a bit.
Oh, soon he'll be
So-
able to drink.
Exactly. So we'll probably do episode 2, which will be a good time.
Cool. Yeah, I think after this, I'll be down for that.
Yeah.
They have their own sewers here.
That is if you guys still want to play.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, Aloha and I started on Team Yellow.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Fair.
But like, I mean,
I've got my
because of
Team
that-
Yellow back up already.
yeah, I'm gonna go female cast hunter, and that has proven to be very fun.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I almost picked that, but But yeah. God. The food I ate was a little burnt, and now it is coating the. It is coating my esophagus in crumbs, and that is not a good feeling.
What did you have?
Wings.
Hmm.
Normally they're pretty good. This time they were less than that.
Well, shit.
Yeah, they're talking about.
No, we're not actually playing PSO2. PSO2 doesn't work for us. We're playing PSO Classic. I was just looking at the chat. But yeah.
I love the part in this game where the mine collapses and the protagonists die and the game is already over.
Yeah.
Neat.
They're like, yep, there's your fucking Cold Steel style intro chapter.
Yeah.
Fight the crabs.
Yo, is this
Save
bump
the
combat?
No, this isn't Bump Combat. This is the other series. It looks like Bump Combat when we fast forward it.
Because you got pushed, and I just assumed that meant it was bump.
No, Bump Combat is... You never want to push somebody face to face when you're doing Bump Combat. You want to like push them from their diagonals. The old East games are rough.
Oh yeah, I forgot they would just randomly have NPCs in these fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't fight.
Don't let them die, but it pretty much never.
Usually have
Yeah,
problems
there's a
with
fair
cave
few
crabs.
times though, especially in the crossbell games where you'll have an NPC, and all you have to do is have them not die, but you get a bonus buff if they don't take any damage. So the real objective is have them not take any damage.
Yeah, makes sense. And then I think after this mine mission is a pretty good stopping point for, because it'll be about the 3 hour mark.
Yeah, I think assuming we do continue with this game, probably a reasonable pace will be if we can try to pretty much do like two streams per chapter on average, which I think is pretty doable. This game's not that long. This is by a significant margin the shortest of the Trails games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. We'll play it till it's done, or you know, if that's something we want to continue doing. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to see the parts that I haven't already played.
Yeah. Ooh, we got the scary music. Yeah, I probably
Wait,
should start healing.
Isn't this one 80 hours? I don't think so.
Trails in the Sky,
No.
first chapter is, you know, let me check my Steam real quick. Okay, so excluding...
30 hours.
It was longer than that for me, but not much longer. I think before we sat down to
This
play
one will
tonight, I
probably
had
be-
34 hours to finish first chapter, and then second chapter is 56 hours. So the whole of Trails in the Sky, excluding the third, since that's not a video game, is,
I keep hearing that. Is that, like, true?
It is... It has gameplay, technically. It is basically just a big dungeon that is just there to justify you watching a shit ton of cutscenes that tell a story. It should really just have been like
Feels like an East game.
It should have been like a tie-in novel or something instead of a game.
I see.
They're good cutscenes, but yeah.
They're also, like, and when I say cutscenes, I mean, I was like, I've been told the gameplay in this is like, there's nothing to it, so I'm just gonna watch this game instead. So I sat down and started watching Trails in the Sky the Third. The first of the, like, major, oh, you opened a mystery door, and now you're getting a vignette with another character that's just a completely disconnected scene. That went on for fully an hour and 20 minutes before I was
Holy
like,
shit.
alright, I'm gonna stop now.
The couple I saw were all around like 30.
Good lord. Chonky.
For the third, like 30 hours?
No.
No, it's
uh,
probably longer. I don't know. I don't know how
my
long
God.
It's
it is.
all read. Like, it's not a game. For me, this game was 33 hours. The next one was like 55.
Cool.
Yeah, the first chapter and second chapter together are about 90 hours. So all of Trails in the Sky, excluding the third, is yeah, about that long. The later games are mostly longer. The individual games, that is. Like, I haven't gotten very far in Ao no Kiseki, but Zero no Kiseki, the first Crossbell game, took me, I think, like 45 hours. It was longer than Sky First Chapter, but shorter than Second Chapter. Ao, I've heard, is pretty long, and the Cold Steel games have all been like 70 or more hours for me. They're much longer.
I think on average, Aram, you play about 10% slower than the average person.
Yeah, that's probably true. I play most games very deliberately, but any game with any kind of strategic element especially. Not that the combat in Trails is like super strategic, but it has enough making choices from menus that I will slow down at places.
Jesus, Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua, come on. You were just eating shit.
Gotta give him some space quartz.
I think Hint is a Mirage Quartz in this game.
That makes enough sense. Yeah, no, my dominant strategy in these games is just infinite chain S-craft Joshua.
Yeah. I don't have any gladiator items yet, unfortunately. Based on your description of how you played these, Jello, I think you used S-crafts more liberally than I did in general. My default strategy in regular fights is to just attack until everything's dead, unless there's anything interesting happening. And then
You do realize 90% of the fights in this game are normal fights, and you should use S-crafts during them, right?
But what if I need it for the next one?
You won't use it there either, though.
Shit.
You're right.
Oh, just abandon them.
If they want— Surprise crab! But he came alone. That was his first mistake.
Weird place to put that NPC, but alright.
Oh, you know what I just realized? I never set my tactics. I want to be further forward than this, I think. So that I can be up in people's grills. No one over here.
That's not something I ever realized you could do.
You can do it in all the games.
Yep. I figured you could if you could do it in this one. I'm like, oh shit, you could probably do that in Cold Steel, huh?
Yeah, no, Cold Steel is pretty annoying about putting some of your characters exactly one square out of reach.
I'm
just gonna be over here.
honestly, you guys, you know what? You seem to have this.
Cold
I wish
Steel
you would
does not
stop
require
getting
me
my
to look
crit
at the world
turns,
as
random
squares.
minor. Yeah, the other problem with S-crafts right now is I didn't remember this, but in this game, while you do all start with S-crafts on Estelle and Joshua, they are both single target.
Yeah, that's rough.
I also didn't remember that Estelle did not start with her area of effect damage craft. I have no way to hit more than one enemy at a time right now, which is a little frustrating. Yeah, Hurricane's pretty good in first chapter. In second chapter, it doesn't have enough damage to it, sadly. But that's just Estelle in general in the second game.
Yeah.
We're just gonna heal. Because I think we're coming up to a boss? I'm not totally sure. Probably not like a major boss, but sure, we'll heal and save, just to be on the safe side. Oh, okay, I'm not actually supposed to go in there yet, alright. Do I just take these guys back to the elevator now? Do we have everyone? Nice. Nice.
bang, that awful sound. Shot you down.
Ha! Oh, Estelle, you minx, you rogue.
Never ever describe Estelle as a minx.
No, it's not really accurate, but she just made a little tricky wiki with her fucky wiki.
Alright, see you guys later.
So be it.
More ladybugs, not worth experience.
God.
Cool.
Yeah, I should have just...
Only kill Joshua.
Only kill Joshua. Alright. I'm gonna... Fuck! God! These... stealth fucking ladybugs out of nowhere. Jesus. I'm not over it. Alright.
Oh
Luckily,
yeah,
didn't
I remember
see
how like... Whoa! Yeah, Jesus Christ. Didn't even see that one.
Yeah, they kind of like disappear, and then oh, there's another.
No,
one.
I
Yep.
can kill this guy. He's by himself. I had to
God,
take
I
out my
am-
frustration.
I'm so jealous
That's that. Let's
That-
move out.
you have a mini map.
Did you at least have like a regular map that you could check?
No, I don't even know how you like the button didn't work. Jay screen shared it and told me how to do it and can confirm my game does not have a map in it.
That is bizarre
What?
and hilarious.
I do not know. I was infuriated to find out when I finished the game and he was like, "Here's a funny cutscene that can happen if you do such and such." I was like, "Oh, hey Jay, why is there a mini map in the top right corner?" I don't understand the question.
Yeah, same. Yeah, no, that's what I would be like, cause like
I would have killed for a map in the towns. God, I never
God,
knew where I was.
I wouldn't be able to fucking play them at all in the towns. Like, period. Even with the maps, I was like, oh shit, where am I?
I guess we didn't find that mushroom. Too fucking bad. Yeah, I guess
Shit lady.
we go talk to the mayor, and then we'll.
Yeah, we can talk to the mayor real quick, and we can
call it
wrap it up.
We got your big honkin' rock.
Hey, mayor,
Honk rock.
we got this rock for you. I know you've been
Oh,
asking for.
Never be stolen.
I know you're asking for
Oh,
rock
you
lately.
made that joke immediately. Austin was doing that earlier
Yeah.
too.
I know you love this rock, and he's like, you sure do.
Is he snorting it like cocaine?
It's that rock. Aw,
Hey,
it's a
it's
guest.
that dog.
It's a guest. It's Josette. Aw.
Hey, it's that dog.
Josette's cute until she's not.
The proud knights of freedom who
Her
love peace.
her cold steel design is exceptionally cute to the point that I was annoyed how cute
That it
she
was
was.
Josette, yeah.
Yeah. I guess if no spoilers at all, I won't say anything. But
I think we're pretty lax on Cold Steel spoilers, but like if
no,
it's
this
something
is
that was
technically
this
Yeah.
it would spoil for sure.
this is yeah.
How about
But I
showing?
mean, we've been pretty
Here's
tongue in
what I
cheek
will
about
say.
it.
Josette's character class is like, and her role in the story are so. Every single thing about them is so guaranteed to be a freebie to me liking your character, and by the
And
end of the
still-
second game, I hate her. And that she is universally on everybody's chart, like the lowest
The
rank.
lowest rank.
Yeah, she sucks. Oh,
Hee-hoo.
it's the queen's.
I haven't seen enough of her to say like I loathe her or anything. I saw y'all's charts and it was like, yikes.
Yeah. Oh, the queen's having a birthday party. That's what this stone is for. It's a birthday present.
It's a birthday present for the queen.
Nice.
Oh, I actually didn't remember that.
From Mayor Klaus.
Thank you. Now that I have this rock, I'll put it in my safe from which it could never ever be stolen.
Puts it in his mouth.
Snorts it.
Your microwave noises.
Yeah.
His head begins rotating 360.
It's too bad I won't be here to see it for myself.
Why'd you say that like that?
What'd you say it like? Now it's time to say goodbye.
To that rock you love, and the girl that's not a problem.
School is about to begin. Time for me to go.
What's your
You get that
what's on your
motherfucking rock.
what's on your itinerary this semester? Oh, lock picking.
What's on your itinerary? Getting that motherfucking rock.
B&Es. Are those the grades you get? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a language class.
Got an E, huh? That sounds pretty bad.
Nah, it's excellent.
Just never mind.
Just never mind.
The next job we're doing for Dad will be the last
Will be
one.
the last one.
Austin. That bit. God. All right. Well, we've got one more job to do on our dad's
and the-
behalf, and we'll be full-fledged racers, and we can just hang out in our town, and everything will be fine forever.
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 I'm sure fate and circumstance won't thrust us
Will
into
never thrust us into
a great
country-spanning
role.
journey with dramatic stakes.
The game will end at level 10.
Yes.
Yep.
Short game, neat.
Yeah.
God, the map's even color coded.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the map for towns is really useful. It tells you what's where.
I'm so mad.
Although it shows you the inn, but not the more important healing zone, the sewer.
The sewer. Yeah. I'm sure when I
Alright.
played this, I used the inn nonstop, and I'm like, God, I wasted so much money.
So I think this will send us to the title screen. Yeah.
Yeah, we save and then we exit.
I like
and...
Trails in the Sky actually has I believe five different title screens, each depicting one of the different towns in Liberl, which is kind of a nice touch.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah.
I think this is Bose, I'm guessing, because it's got like
It looks like
banners.
Bose because everything's a big square.
Well,
It looks like Pose because it sucks.
yeah, so we don't really have like a definitive, oh yeah, this is gonna be a regular feature it's gonna be weekly forever till we finish this game. We might not always be playing this game. There's other
games we like.
slightly niche games that might make sense for me and Austin specifically to do. We've talked about doing Crusader Kings or I bet
Crusader Kings.
Mountain Blade would also be funny. Like
Yeah, I'm so bad at Mountain Blade, so like I am okay with I am absolutely okay with you showing me the ropes on that because I don't know how to play it. I go to fighting tournaments, I lose, I run out of money, I stop playing.
And then, do you have any ideas for stuff you might want to play, Austin?
Yeah, I do. I've got a few ideas.
I guess you already play like Streets of Rage with Lamp every now and then.
Yeah, I went through the most recent Streets of Rage. I don't know you. I don't know your tastes well enough to say. I know that you like strategy games and stuff, and I think that we have that in common.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know your love of beat 'em ups and stuff like that. I love beat 'em ups. I've played a billion of them.
I think literally the only beat 'em up I've ever played is the Scott Pilgrim video game.
Okay, that's a pretty good beat 'em up. Did you enjoy it?
I don't remember. I played it at a friend's house like once. I think I had a pretty good time with it.
it's a fun turn your brain off and talk while shit's happening at you game.
No.
But yeah, I'd be down to do some stuff like that with you.
Karen Knight asks, so Will, what are your thoughts on Trails of the Sky, and did you cook in the game?
I'm sick of people talking about it all the time.
Yeah. I don't believe Will has played Trails in the Sky or any of them.
Yeah, I don't have much involvement with it, but like when Jade played it, one of them, it might have been Cold Steel.
It's probably one of the Cold Steels, yeah.
Yeah, I liked what I saw. I was like, yeah, this is fun. I'm down to just watch. This is neat.
Yeah.
Inspector Sarah. Or
Sarah.
Inspector
Sarah. Instructor.
She was the Will girl through.
Oh,
and through.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we were like for sure.
Drinks are on me someday.
Someday.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, man. She went from plastered to bastard in an instant.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap things up there, and hope you come out next time. Thanks for joining us for this Trails in the Sky game.
And I'm excited to get to the parts that you haven't explicitly seen yet, Austin.
Same.
All right, then, yeah. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you maybe next week, but at some point next time for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Say goodbye to chat, everyone.
Goodbye!